You think we're live?
Yeah, I think
you
I've
don't
done it.
know?
I think no. Well, I don't.
You don't even know?
No,
Mate, I don't know.
it's live.
Wait, hang on.
It's live on Twitch at the moment. So we are doing the radio show. You're watching on Twitch.
Yo, I'm there.
This is a radio show slash podcast.
Radioscast.
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 But it's essentially a podcast that we're doing on the radio and on Twitch at the same time. It's never been done before by
it
anybody.
might never be ever done again.
Well,
as well, actually, consider that.
And if you're watching this live on Twitch and you missed last week's, you can update yourself by watching last week's.
Update yourself.
Exactly. Essentially.
Update yourself.
Okay. I can hear myself.
Are you listening to me?
Yeah. Well, I just did. So yeah, there we go. And we're going to be on the radio at 8 o'clock.
Which is in
on
3 minutes.
PCR. It's 3 minutes, mate.
And we will be taking song requests.
6 minutes.
If anybody wants to listen to any specific song.
Yeah. So let us know on Twitch.
Aaron's not giving me any ideas today, so...
Well, all you're going to get is Oasis, mate. Absolute Oasis.
No, that disgusts me. Fully disgusted. Mate, Fake news is so good.
Fake news is good.
Fake
it's
news
good
is
this
so
week.
Good. Fake
Has
news
to be,
is
mate.
so
Last week was shit.
Mate, you got last week.
No,
Right?
last week
you
was shallow and
No,
pedantic.
you got.
No, you got. I knew exactly what the fake news was.
Which was?
It was the game one. That they were going to make... No, I did get got, didn't I?
You got.
I got got.
You thought that the...
But I so
Gears
got
of War game was fake
got
news, but it wasn't.
that I didn't think I got got.
Yeah, you're in denial about how got you got, actually.
You may be noticing that I'm wearing a PGF hat this week, mate.
Yeah?
Which aren't available for sale at the moment.
But they could be if
people wanted them. Look at that.
Carl H.
Fine
Hey
PGF
fam.
hat
Hey
quality.
fam.
I'm wearing this because I realised when I was editing the past stream, don't know why I've got that, that I looked incredibly bald because there's a light right above my head and it's
There is,
like,
and
yeah.
it's shining. It's shining, mate. It is shining.
So I'm wearing the hat, mate.
It's shining.
You have any idea how lucky you are to have actual hair?
Yeah.
Idea? And also,
I'm so lucky. It's almost.
we've got
like,
a million scratch cards.
It's normal.
So we're going to win the lottery
One of us is going to
today.
win.
We are going to win the lottery.
You just spent £10 on scratch cards. I just spent £10 on lottery tickets.
You did?
Yeah.
Are we having a pact? Can we have a pact that if either of us win the lottery, we share it? Or like, if I win like £10 million, I'm going to give you £1 million.
Yeah.
Like, you have to also say it to me for it to be.
If I win £10 million, I'll give you £1 million.
I think so. For sure.
Yeah.
Because I think the only way to win the lottery, if you have this pact with enough people.
That's what the lottery thing is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like a company will.
Maybe got 1 minute.
Office will go and buy lottery tickets. Like they'll all put in, and then if they win, they share it out. That's like the postcode lottery.
Yeah. Oh, also we got Kinder eggs.
Oh, we do have Kinder eggs.
Kinder eggs for days. Are you kidding me?
We've got 30 seconds until we listen to the dulcet tones of Corner Shop and the Brimful of Asher.
Brimful of
and
Asher.
We've got a 31-second long radio intro,
so we can
introduce ourselves beforehand.
Mate, that's sweet.
I've thought about it. It's the first time I've actually thought about the first song.
And we're going to miss it.
It's only...
Guaranteed we're going to miss it.
No.
10 seconds. 10 seconds till go time.
Oh, mate.
Live on PCR.
Wrong mouse.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. $45, mate. How you doing?
It's PGF, Jack and Aaron on PCR Extra, and we're listening to Brimful of Asher by Corner Shop. We'll be speaking to you later about all our video game and movie and TV joys, but enjoy the song first, and we'll see you in a minute.
Oh, mate, you need to turn the internal music down a bit.
What?
The internal music down needs to come down. It was actually fine. Turn it up a bit, because he just needs to be background.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's it like on the video? I've not.
It was alright. It was actually perfect. The only one that did us was a song that we got a copyright claim for. Yeah, on YouTube.
We got one song that was copyright claim.
Yeah, no, all the rest are fine. I think because all the rest were just background, they weren't like
was
picked
it the
up.
one that we cranked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the one that we cranked, mate.
That's it.
Carl H is hosting the stream with 2 viewers. Bam!
I really hope I did the right thing on the radio. And that's working.
Might be. Contrary. She's the one who keeps a dream alive from the morning.
I have absolutely no idea if the radio is working.
Well, just check.
I can't.
Go on, PCR Extra.
Oh, it's right here.
Have a listen.
Use my phone.
Mate, I got a Kinder egg, cracking it.
45.
So this is the podcast, mate.
This is the radio cast. That's what it is. It's a radio cast.
KT120. Oh, this is the first.
What?
This is the first podcast KT120's seen.
No, she commented on the video from last week's.
No.
So she was watching it, and now I told her like we'll be on it live at 8, and now she's here. That's what I wanted.
We got some lottery tickets, so I'm gonna win the lottery today. Spent tenner. Scratch cards for days, fam.
No idea if this is working.
Listen to it.
I can't. My phone won't play it.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the intro.
Somebody's been meddling.
That's fine.
That's terrible sound quality. There we go. It's just really crusty.
People have been meddling.
People are really meddling every time. Every freaking time.
Do our voices even come through?
All the
well,
dials
they should do, shouldn't they?
Well, they will do, yeah. If like the dials are here now, they're blasting on here though. Don't know how to fix it.
Blasting.
Yeah.
Oh. No.
No, we've got time.
No, it's a fake ending, mate. Your face. Got some footy on in the background, multitasking.
You are forgiven. We're on the radio, so essentially all you have to do is listen. You don't really have to watch.
Yeah. That's the
Katie,
idea.
if you've got any songs you want us to play on the radio, please let us know and I'll add them to the playlist. I have the power to do that.
Mate, it's been absolutely days since I've had a Kinder Egg.
Days?
Yeah.
Days?
Yeah, man.
Days. It's been days.
Oh, I got freaking...
Starty Sam's here.
I got a Powerpuff Girl.
You got
Kidding me?
Yeah, I got you a girl one, mate.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
40 seconds.
No, I've got Kinder Egg in my mouth.
Yeah? 9, 8, 7, 6. Come on, mate.
Oh.
Boosh.
Brimful of Asher, mate, is...
Brimful of Asher.
It's on the 45, that's the thing.
Yeah, no, it's got to be on the 40. This is the
Well,
only way it can be.
Everyone does need a bosom for a pillow. Like,
Exactly.
That's the thing.
That's the whole point.
We used to do that in my band.
Took a parking lot and turned it into a paradise.
Yeah.
No, that's a completely different song.
That's a completely different song. But look,
who's it by? It's Corner Shop.
Yeah, no, it's Corner Shop. As was mentioned earlier, we are Jack and Aaron from
We are.
BT Games Funtimes.
Correct.
I'm not going to tell you who's Jack and who's Aaron though, because like for legal reasons, I think it's safer that way.
Yeah.
On the voice,
yeah.
like, it's
No, that's
safer. And we are YouTubers, in case you don't know,
Mhm.
which let's face it, not many people do. And we stream this on to Twitch, and we're also on PCR Extra.
Yeah.
So if you want to get involved and leave some comments and stuff, request some music, go on to twitch.tv/Pizza Games Funtimes. Pizza like you eat, games like you play, and fun times like you have when you play and eat pizza.
Mate, I think that's the new catchphrase.
I
I
think-
think it's better
yeah.
than Stay Pizza.
Well, look, the Stay Pizza, you've never liked that. You've never
No,
liked that.
I invented it.
We'll ask people. We'll have a poll
Yeah.
on Twitter.
We had Stay Pizza for years. Katie has requested Hit and Miss by Newfound Glory. I'll have a look.
We'll have a look.
for it when the next song is playing.
What we've
Right
got
now, we have
on
to
the
talk.
goes, mate. What we've got on the go. Coming up on the show, we'll be here until 10 o'clock.
Mhm.
And this is kind of going to be like it's not something that's done an awful lot on PCR, but it's kind of a free-form podcast with some music and stuff in there as well. We're going to be talking about geek news, YouTube-related stuff, gaming, and all kinds of gubbins, mate. Whatever we feel like, really.
Yeah.
So first up, we've got geek news.
Yeah.
in
You want me
a
to
bit.
give you some gig news?
I want you to, mate.
This is my
because-
element because
Yeah.
what I do throughout the week is I collect little nuggets of information about the news
Yeah.
and gaming and like films and stuff like that. And then I just save it all on a big long list on my phone. And then on Wednesday afternoons, I rattle it all off over the radio and 3 people listen.
Well,
Maybe
look,
300 people listen. I don't know.
there might be thousands,
I don't know.
mate. You don't know. Look,
But first of all,
go on.
right, I can see that you've built your Powerpuff Girl. You're not really listening to me. But, you know Star Wars, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. You listen to me whilst you're playing with the
So
toy.
I can't. Well, look, you bought me you bought me a Kinder Egg, mate. I'm going to be distracted, you know.
Play with it during the song.
Okay, I'll
Star
play
Wars, yeah, you know about Star Wars, and there's like loads of new Star Wars films, and like we've had 3 in the last 10 minutes. It feels like, and everybody's sick of Star Wars at this point.
Yes.
Have a guess how many Star Wars films it's possible might be in production right now.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yes.
Like absolute. Like I reckon
Just
there's
give me
probably
a number, any number. You think.
I reckon there's probably at least 10.
At least 10.
Yeah, I reckon there's probably at least 10.
There is 9.
There's 9.
9 Star
I
Wars
was
films
close.
in development.
Please tell me there's a Grievous film, like just a Grievous only
unconfirmed
film.
what the Star Wars films are yet.
Because have you seen that picture on Facebook that's been going around, which has been like
Yeah.
Vader, Grievous, Kenobi,
Mm-hmm.
like
I
yeah,
think it's all made up, mate.
yeah, I know it is, but like make them.
Anyway, Tom Kane, who did the voice for Admiral Akbar in the new Star Wars films,
Yeah,
he's a voice actor. He's been in a bunch of stuff. He basically is the Yoda when Frank Oz isn't there to do Yoda. Has hinted that there might be as many as 9 Star Wars films in development at the same time at the moment. But definitely none of them are Yoda film.
none of them are
So
Yoda films.
That's that. So if we think about it, so we've got episode 9,
Yeah,
okay, which is going to be the conclusion of the newest trilogy. We've got another trilogy directed by Rian Johnson,
yeah.
who directed the most recent trilogy film. And then we've got the Star Wars films that are being written and produced by David Benioff and Weiss, who did Game of Thrones.
Well, they're gonna be all right then.
Yeah,
Presumably.
Well, maybe.
As long as he doesn't do a season 6 of it, then they'll be fine.
as long as they're better than the last season of Game of Thrones. But yeah,
Well, that's
so
a
that
whole
gives
different
us
story, mate. It's a whole different
a trilogy
story.
from Rian Johnson. One last trilogy film that we've got at the moment. I think Benioff and Weiss are doing 2 or maybe 3. I'm not sure. That's like 7. So we've got at least 2 more Star Wars films on the route.
Can't they just give them all to Ron Howard? Like, can't they just?
Yeah, they should
give them all to him.
Solo was good.
He's my boy.
Solo's the jam.
Yeah, Solo was good.
Excuse me.
I like that. But that's cool. It's just Disney though, and it's got that Disney money behind it, and I'm concerned. I would rather see less movies and like a serialized TV show, like an Amazon or Netflix type of release in the Star Wars universe. No, but Clone Wars was good, dude.
Yeah, Clone Wars is good. I'm watching it at the moment. It's really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch it.
But I don't know. It's like Star Trek. Like compare the Star Trek films to the Star Trek TV series.
Katie 120 says that it's the best time to be a Star Wars fan or any type of superhero fan. This is on the live stream on Twitch.
Yes, I see.
Which no, I'm saying it for the viewers who are listening.
No, but
but they're not viewers. Are they viewers? What do people look at when they're listening to the radio?
Whatever they want. They can look at anything. They can literally be doing anything and be listening to us at the same time. They don't have to be sitting there watching us, which I think is the beauty of radio.
Yeah. Tell us what you're doing. Tell us what you do. I want to know. I need to know.
I need to see. Well, we know that.
But that's interesting about the Star Wars things, mate. That is ultimately.
But yeah, that's my Star Wars news for the day. So there's sort of hints about there might be as many as 9 Star Wars films in development. Wow. And Katie's actually just said that the guy who directed Logan. Have you seen Logan?
Yes.
Is in charge of a Boba Fett film.
I'm going to say something controversial now.
Yeah.
Logan.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Yeah, it was one of the better X-Men films, but it wasn't.
Well, yeah, but that's not difficult, is it? Like ultimately,
exactly.
That's not
difficult.
difficult.
It's not
like,
the best film ever, but
the
it's better
cameo that the X-Men played in Deadpool 2 was better than all of the combined X-Men films combined, actually.
Yeah.
Like, shots fired. Come at me. PO Box. Jack. Send hate mail to Jack.
Just PO Box.
Pizza Games Funtimes.co.uk.
Jon Favreau in charge of a live action TV show, Star Wars TV show. There you go, mate. You've been shut down.
Yeah, they do.
On
our
that
viewers
note,
are better than us.
Our viewers are better than us. We don't know anything, and we would listen to our viewers talk to us.
Nice words, mate.
All night long.
All night long. Yeah, no, I'm
all
there
night
on
long
this.
by Rainbow
on PCR.
PCR Extra. Jack and Aaron, Pizza Games Funtimes. We'll see you.
Stay pizza. Stotty Sam, what do you think about the XXX Tenacion?
He's that rapper that got killed.
He's the rapper that got killed, and people are saying that it's a hoax, that he's not really dead, and it's just going to be all for a big reveal.
Well, I mean, Tupac's not dead, is he?
Tupac can't die, mate.
I don't think that's very funny.
What? That he's not dead?
Joking that he's dead. Like,
I mean, no, but I don't.
I don't think it's funny if people are saying it's a
that.
hoax. I don't think it's funny if he's making the hoax. Like, if it's true or if it's not true, it's just not. It's neither of those options are right.
I'll be honest. I have no idea who he is.
He was a rapper. He was 20, I think, and
yeah.
he got killed in a drive-by robbery shooting.
Oh, what,
I mean,
recently?
Yeah, this week.
Oh, right, okay.
But I read there was another rapper that got killed this week as well in another drive-by shooting. So
well, I think it's
we've got a bit of an epidemic.
Yeah, I think it's a CIA plot to take violent music out of the like economy. And by the way, people watching on Twitch right now, when we haven't got our headphones on, we are just on Twitch, and then the music's playing obviously on the radio show.
As you may be able to hear. I wanna hold you all night long.
Oh, this was not the All Night Long I believed it.
No, you were
be.
thinking of All
Night Long, All Night.
No, that's not that.
Yeah.
Mate, I've got one of these too.
Yeah, I think you kind of screwed me actually because you gave me the girl one.
Yeah, I didn't actually.
I mean, we don't believe in stereotypical gender binary actually.
You know, Kinder is the best chocolate ever made.
Stotty Sampers says people only care when you die. That's what he has said in the past, and people are linking the statement to the case. I don't know. I think it's very likely.
To be fair, I never heard of him until he died.
Yeah, but I also think it's very because people were saying that due to the fact that David Bowie's last album was called Lazarus, that he wasn't really dead and he was going to come back.
Yeah,
like people were saying that, and like people die. Okay, it's not a conspiracy. Like if they're going to make a conspiracy, they're going to do it. Like, there's so much social media about now. Like, if he was still alive, someone would have seen him somewhere. And it's not as if he doesn't stand out. I saw a picture of him online. It's like, guy's got tattoos on his face and stuff. Like,
Mate,
people are going to recognise him.
Ninja Turtle?
Yeah. Well, I got a Powerpuff Girls son.
Yeah, I got a Ninja
And I got Buttercup. No. Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup. I think this is Buttercup. Is this Buttercup? Is that Buttercup? If that's Buttercup. Do you ever think that the professor was pretty dodgy in in that whole series? I thought the professor was dodgy. Well, they tried that with the NWA, a gangster rap group that stood up for black civil rights. People tried to shut them down and only made them stronger. Yeah, no, Black Lives Matter and stuff, but like the...
Well, NWA was way before that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, mate.
Ah, you bought me one and then gave me the other one.
Yeah,
as well.
I don't want it. I don't
really want it.
It's junk.
No, it's junk.
It's junk.
We'll send it out to a fan.
Stotty Sam wants to know when the Steam card giveaway is. Has it ended? I'm not sure.
It's the end of the month. It's the end of the month.
Well, we're getting to the end of the month. It's 20th today, mate. It's 20th.
But we run a Steam card giveaway every single month. So if you didn't win this month, you can enter and win next month.
Tell you what. Next month, we need to make a thing for people to enter who have already entered all the other things.
Yeah, I've done that this one. There's an opportunity that if you watch one of our videos or something.
Oh, well then.
9 days left. 9 days left. Mate, I got caught with my pants down just then because I didn't have my headphones on.
We both got caught with our pants down, actually, because that song ended so rapidly. I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready.
Yeah, well, you would think with a song named like All Night Long that it would just be like All Night Long, and it would just kind of be All Night Long. What we come here and just go, hi, we're Pizza Games Funtimes. This is All Night Long, and just play it, and then there's 2 hours of that song.
Yeah,
like we nearly did that once.
No, it was a good song though. I liked
it. So as ever in Aaron and Jack's Pizza Games Funtimes evening on PCR Extra, plug.
Well, at this point, if they're listening, then they're already in.
They're indoctrinated. We're kind of similar to a cult in many ways.
Okay, go on.
Look, mate, it's time for fake news.
Already?
Well, you introduced fake news at the start of the thing, and then people can talk about it.
Fake news, yeah.
Can I do the intro this one?
You can do the intro.
This is the fakest news. So fake. No one makes any better fake news than me. I'm the best at fake news. My name's Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
There's so much fake news. I'm gonna build a wall of fake news.
A wall of fake news.
The wall is so fake. The news is fake. Fake news about the fake wall is fake. Fake. Donald Trump's hair is fake.
Fake news.
Fake.
That's fake news.
Fake. It's not fake. No. Okay, so this week I've got a special edition for you.
Go on.
I'm going to do a special edition every week to make it feel better.
Yeah, but then it's not special, is it?
No, but they're special every time.
Incredibles taught me that.
I've themed it.
Theme. Okay,
Last
so
week was an E3 theme. We had an E3 theme.
Yeah, we did. We did.
This week it's going to be on the subject of science and like lab science and stuff like that.
Lab science,
yeah,
as opposed to like just street science, like street magic, like
this is like things that have been created in labs and stuff.
Like I like street science. I want like hardcore thugs. Like
next week we'll do street science.
I want that guy with the like grin that you want to punch, like Brian Cox. I want him to be out in the street, mate.
Oh yeah, no,
and just like
well, he's in this actually.
Have you seen some of my explosions?
Okay, so It's 3 things that have been created in a science lab,
Yeah,
and
go
I
on.
need you to tell me which one of them is fake.
Okay, go for
So the
it.
first one is scientists have finally perfected a human-chicken hybrid embryo.
Okay.
Okay, that's the
I
first
mean,
one.
yeah.
The second one is that they have created ice that is almost as hot as the surface of the sun.
So frozen water, when you say ice, you mean frozen
Mhm.
water? Or like,
Yep.
okay.
Frozen water
Okay.
that is almost as hot as the surface of the sun.
Okay.
And the third one is scientists have managed to transfer behavioural memories from the brain of a rat into a hamster.
Okay, so 2 of these are
2 of these are true.
true,
them is
and
fake.
one of them is fake. But they all sound fake to me.
That's the beauty.
Yeah, that's the
Fake
beauty.
news, right?
And if you're watching on twitch.tv/Pizza Games Funtimes, you can have this little conversation amongst yourselves, because we
Yeah.
will be revealing which one is fake news at the end of the day, and we'll have a bit more of a discussion on what my thoughts and theories are about these 3.
I do have further
Fake
information
news.
as well to give you.
I know
if
you
you
do.
have any questions,
I know
I've
you
got,
do.
I've got a bit of background for you.
You got a bit of background?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do the background later.
Yeah,
We'll
of
go,
course,
we'll go
no.
through the background a bit later.
Have a mull over the
Yeah, I need
headlines,
to.
essentially,
So-
and then we'll see.
Number 1, short words,
Number 1 is a human-chicken hybrid. A human-chicken hybrid embryo.
embryo,
Embryo.
embryo.
Number 2 was the ice that's hotter, almost as hot as the surface
Yep.
of the sun. And number 3 was the rat to hamster brain memory
Brain
transfer.
thing. Okay, people in the comments are saying the second one. People are saying the chicken is fake.
Yeah.
So we're having a discussion about this later,
Okay.
after whatever Jack's got lined up. Have you
Well,
got
I was going to do some real news in the meantime.
some real news?
Yeah.
Oh, so we'll sandwich fake news in with the real news,
just to
just
throw you off the
like
scent,
like
throw you
national
off the scent.
media do. That's good. No,
I
I like
want
it.
to talk speculation.
I want you to talk about
I want to
speculation, mate.
speculate.
I want to speculate
to
about
accumulate.
Specsavers. I want
Yeah?
to speculate about Specsavers.
I want to speculate about the new Xbox.
Okay.
Yeah?
Extrapolating, because this is good SEO when this goes up
Yeah,
on our YouTube
new
channel.
Xbox.
New Xbox.
New Xbox.
Brand
Codenamed
new.
Scarlet.
Scarlet.
Yep.
Is it going to be red?
I hope so.
What was the code name of the last one?
Scorpio.
Scorpio.
Yeah.
So
they like the S.
is there any link between Scorpio and Scarlet?
I
Like,
don't know, I guess you could have a red scorpion.
yeah, no,
Maybe
but
it'll
I
be
mean,
revealed one day.
like in terms of progression, like because when I heard Scorpio, I was just like thinking, kind of celestial things, like
Yeah. Or like
Yeah.
a Scorpio is in a scorpion that's quite like a deadly creature. It's like it's
Yeah.
poised to attack and whatever.
because I thought
Scarlet's
whether
just
like
it's red.
they had Scorpio Scarlet the next one, like, or what was the
Scorpio
previous Xbox's code name?
Oh, I don't know.
See if there was a pattern.
Xbox One.
New Xbox theories.
Anyway, so as we know, the current Xbox One X, the most powerful Xbox, is currently the most powerful video game console available on the market at the moment.
Is that the Xbox One X?
Xbox One X, yeah.
More powerful than the PS4?
More powerful than PS4
Ooh,
Pro.
mate, people are going to be hating on. Actually, the PS4 Pro has a RAM system that enables it to.
No,
No, that's
graphically,
wrong.
Xbox
Okay.
One X empirically is more powerful than the PS4 Pro.
Excellent.
So we know these are the things that we know about the Xbox One X, and I want to think about like what that means for us as a human race. So the next Xbox is going to come out in 2020.
Okay,
So that's
that's
in 2
near.
years,
Like that's
yeah?
near.
That's 2 years. That means that the current life cycle for the Xbox One X, which came out last year,
Yeah,
is going to be 3 years.
yeah, but
Right.
they're still going to make stuff for it into the next year because they like.
Yeah, well, they
360.
always do, but like traditionally the console life cycle is like sort of 5 to 10 years.
Yeah,
Like between Xbox 360 and Xbox One, we waited what 8 years, 9 years?
yeah.
It was a long time. Why are they updating it so soon? What do you reckon? Especially when the Xbox One X is already still on top above
Look,
the PS4.
I had this conversation. I think that consoles are broadly going to die out. I think
Yeah.
I think they are going to die out because I think that technology is progressing at such a rate that it will be uneconomical for game developers to spend, like, because they have to spend a lot longer now developing games because
Yes.
there's so much more complexities to them.
You know, it's
That
hard.
by
work.
the time they finish a game, the marketplace isn't there because the Xbox has possibly moved on. So I think overall, what they're going to do is they're going to build. They're going to go purely into a one format thing. There will always be PlayStation because they would just always be it.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
Xbox and computer. We saw this with State of Decay 2. This was the first inkling when I had this idea that this was going to happen because State of Decay 2 was an Xbox only game
Yes.
that was available on PC because Microsoft. right?
Yes, because
And it ran-
Microsoft want to have a sort of unified gaming platform.
And it ran better on the
PC.
PC than it did on the actual hardware that it was designed for.
But then you could say that it only ran better on PCs that had more powerful hardware than the Xbox it had.
It ran
Whereas
better
the
on my
game-
PC, and like,
Yeah, your PC is more powerful than Xbox One.
yeah, but then
So-
like it's not optimized for like it was saying Xbox, but like
Yeah.
if the
You
best
think
gaming
that the
experience
game
is
would
on
run
the PS,
perfectly
Yeah.
on an Xbox One.
Yeah.
It's designed for that.
it
But
wasn't, which
it
means
wasn't. It was
like-
like if it was better
Yeah.
on PC and it was perfect on Xbox, that'd
Yeah.
be fine. But it
Yeah.
was worse on Xbox than it was
yeah,
on PC. and
which
PC
means
wasn't
that
good.
like they designed the game to run better on a PC than on an Xbox because the Xbox is a limited hardware. If they had if it ran perfectly on the Xbox and it was just better on the PC, that's fine. That's a hardware thing. But the fact of the matter is the game did not run well on the Xbox. Certainly the Xbox that we played it on. And I think this is where Xbox are going to go with the Scorpio. I think it's going to go to being more of a media center. It's going to be a 1 point, like they tried to do with the Xbox One. And I think it's going to be
Well-
much more built into like their PC system.
It's funny you say that actually.
Go on.
I think you're on the right lines.
Well, I know I am. I mean,
But I think that what Microsoft are going for at the moment, because they've got their Xbox Game Pass service,
yeah,
right? So you can download any game and just play it. You don't have
Yeah.
to buy it. You just
Yeah.
It's Netflix for games. There is also services that exist where rather than you playing the game on your own hardware, right? You play the game on hardware that's elsewhere, and you basically stream that video to yourself.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's existed for quite a while, but that
Yeah.
that relies
But
on
that is,
good
I
internet.
think this is going to be the next step because we only know that home broadband, home internet, like fibre optic connection, it's only ever going to get faster.
Yeah,
We're never going to be in a situation where today our internet is better than it is going to be tomorrow,
yeah.
unless something terrible happens somewhere. What do you think if consoles don't have any processing power whatsoever? They are simply just a massive internet router with a controller attached, and they just download games while you're playing them from some data center somewhere in Norwich.
I think that's a risky move on the gamers on like the
Yeah.
on Xbox's part because I get annoyed as it is with like the classic example that I always go back to is when Halo Guardian the Master Chief Collection came out.
Yeah.
There was a 22 gigabyte install before you put the game in the machine,
Yes.
and like when you put the disc in, the Xbox always has to install a load of stuff, so you lose this whole thing. The point of a console is that it's
But then-
convenient.
Surely it's more convenient. You don't have to download anything. You just turn it on, and then the game's already installed on some other computer somewhere.
I
and
don't
you
think
just, you just play it straight away.
I don't think that's this side of the century, mate. Like,
And not only would you be able to play it on your Xbox, what if the Xbox itself was a streaming hub that downloaded the information and then could send it to other devices? If you had a portable Xbox, or even on your phone, if you're in the bath and you're just like, well, I want to carry on playing State of Decay 5 or whatever, just play it on your phone screen.
is that because you can play PC games on your phone? Like, is that why you're bringing this up?
That's
No, you're bringing it up
that's
because
where
your
the idea
phone's
comes from,
your
isn't it?
phone's good. Yeah, but it's not there yet. Like, it's not stable enough. Like,
No, but it will be. I think this is 2020. We've got 2 years.
yeah, but like
In the last 2 years,
we were
how
supposed
much
to
do you
have
think the
hoverboards by
internet
now.
has improved.
We haven't got hoverboards. Like, sort the hoverboards out and then change my consoles. You know, like get me my Marty McFly hoverboard and then sort out my consoles. Okay, that's the running order of things. Like
Yeah.
PS5, Xbox Scorpio can wait, or
You
Xbox
want hoverboards.
whatever it is. They can all wait. They can all wait. And that's it. Essentially,
Yeah.
they can all wait. Okay.
Well, I honestly think that I think the future of gaming. I think the Xbox One Scorpio will have the ability to play games itself because they can't
Yeah.
shut out that
No, they can't.
that
They
market
can't.
where people can't download things. Like they can't shut it out. People still don't have the internet in places
Yeah.
and they want their Xbox. If you're on an army base somewhere, you can't connect your Xbox to the internet. If you're in prison, you can't connect your Xbox to the internet. So they're still going to want to play games. But for the people that have access to it, I think that the future is going to be gaming where you don't own any hardware that needs to play the game. You own the
Yeah.
hardware simply to get the game from somewhere else. That
And
way, it's
that-
always
yeah.
going to be running in the most perfect settings that you can get. Places in Europe, places in Southeast Asia, places like that, they have this gigabit internet. They've got thousands of megabytes per second download speed, where it doesn't matter as long as they can get that upload, they can get the download, and games will run fine. There's
Yeah.
nothing to worry about it.
I think that is the future, but I don't think it's here yet. And
That's what I'm saying. We've got 2 years, mate.
We've got 2 years. We have got 2 years to do that. But I, for one, welcome our new Xbox overlords.
Yes.
I'm saying it now. So, look, if Xbox want to send us a free copy of their new console,
coffee.
yeah, just like send us one.
I thought you were going to say Xbox want to send us a free copy of their How to Be under the foot of Microsoft, the overlord corporation that's going to run the entire planet.
I don't know, mate. I don't think Microsoft have got this. I think
we can.
They've got previous, haven't they? When they try to do too much. Like, anyone remember Zune? Like, anyone remember them? Like, that was Microsoft
E3
going like,
when
"Oh,
the
we're
Xbox
Apple."
One was announced.
Yeah.
And they were just like, "Oh yeah, no. Not only can you play games on it, you can also watch TV." And everybody was like, "No, don't want it."
Yeah.
No need.
And they were like,
no,
"Oh yeah, the worst part of the Xbox 360, the Kinect. Yeah, that's always on now.
Yeah, that's
that watches you constantly.
edition.
That watches you. No. Why are you making these bad stacks at Xbox?" And then PS4 were literally just like, "That's our marketing campaign done." PS4 for the players, for people who just want to play games. Actually,
and it worked because PS4 is doing great. They've sold so many more units than Xbox.
Yeah.
It's not even funny.
Yeah, it's not.
But I think it's important to remember that this is 2 years in the future. Microsoft can completely change their mind. And what we're doing really now is we're just doing a bit of blue sky thinking.
Ah.
Yeah. That's right. PCR.
Right, so that's the radio bit done. Let's get back to the Twitch stream of the radio show.
Right,
Who have we got?
Here we go.
Wow. Stuff happening. Gamer Junkie. If you connect a rancid beetroot to the mains, it will increase your Wi-Fi signal. I agree. I mean, go do that and send us a video of it.
Carl.
No one wants State of Decay 5.
Yeah, I did say State of Decay 5.
Yeah, you did.
I was like, in
remember.
the future, they're still making terrible games. It's fine.
Hoverboards, Ratchet and Clank for the win. KT120 says. Gamer Junkie out of nowhere says she was fit.
TB Bants 101 says, "Quick, she's left. Get the body out."
Get the body out. What are you talking
What's
about?
happening?
What? Did I miss something?
Who are these people?
Tell her to press her saggy old bushwhackers up against the glass.
I don't know what's going on, mate.
I don't know what's going on.
It's chaos. Chaos.
It's totally chaos. I'm having a look to see if we've been tweeted anywhere. Ah, my god. I've got to share the stream around, fam.
You've not done it?
That blonde that walked past.
Boop, boop, boop. Well, was there somebody in the window?
Was there someone in the window?
Oh, there's somebody in the window.
Gamer Junkie, was there someone in the window? She was what? Oh my god! You should have clipped it.
Oh, she's in there now. It's that lady from last week. What are you doing?
I'm getting an eyeful, mate. Getting an eyeful, you know.
She's the lady that came in last week when we were streaming. They left.
Yeah. I had no idea. I had no idea what you
God.
meant. Ding, 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 ding.
There's a window behind me. It's there.
Oh,
mate, that was
funny.
I was confused for a
That's
second.
funny, mate. No, I'm funny. Hey there,
What's
Mr.
next?
Blue.
What are we talking about, mate? What time is it?
We can reiterate fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Oh, there's an update for Fortnite.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Fortnite update. My God, the woman through the window behind Jack. I can confirm there was no snatch itching.
No, I think
Carl H has got those eagle eyes, mate.
Yeah,
He's got them.
Well, I mean,
he
either
sees.
Gamer Junkie has or Carl has. One of the two.
Ah, Gamer Junkie, like, where you from, fam? Like, such amazing stuff. Like, I like it. No, I like it. Mr. Blue Sky and podcast with a giveaway. It's on your shoulder.
Katie requested a song.
Katie's doing a sick face and then a laughing face. She loves it.
Requested a song.
She
Where is
loves
it?
it.
Where is it?
So long.
Where is it? Here, Miss Newfound Glory. I'll find it.
If anybody has anywhere to share the stream, do that, because that's what I'm doing at the moment, okay? That's what I'm doing at the moment. TV Bants 101 says, lol. Lol? So anyway, what do you think about this? What do you think about
what?
Think about what? Like,
I think about a lot of things.
what's
Carl.
happening, Carl H? What are you talking about, fam?
What do you think about this?
There's a giveaway there. I sent a giveaway code. You can win some Steam shit if you really wanted to.
If you desperately wanted to. No, it's okay. It's not the end.
No, I know.
Because it's like the other song that's
Yeah.
in this song. There's 9 days left on the Steam giveaway. 9 days.
Wah, 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 wah. This is the best, actually.
This is my favourite part. This is like the good bit.
I love a band called Rancid, for that counts. Remember the GTA 5 came on PS3 and promised it would never come out next gen?
Did it actually? Did they really say that?
I
It would never
can't
come
remember.
out for next gen.
I can't remember. GTA 6 is scheduled for 2020. You need to put a band called Snatch and your life will be complete. Gamer Junkie, you need to listen to a band called KUNT and the Gang if you actually want to listen to a band.
No, you can't. That's terrible. They're terrible.
I know. Yeah, I feel like you'll like them.
Well,
They are funny.
they're not.
They're funny in a terrible way.
Well, it was almost sick in my mouth because you reminded me of them.
Ah.
26 seconds.
Mr. Blue Sky.
You're going to have to talk again in a minute, mate.
Mate,
Just so you know.
I can talk at the top.
You haven't even got your headphones on.
Yeah.
You've got 15. 15 sound. 15
Mate,
seconds.
I can have a piss in like 10 minutes, you know?
10 seconds.
Okay. I prefer Bach. Have you got any Bach? Right. Back on the radio, fam.
Mate, you just yelled in my ear and
Yeah.
scared the absolute life out of me.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready.
Gamer Junkie 3 in the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Pizza Games. Sometimes you can go comment in there requesting songs. He says he prefers Bach
Don't blame him.
to a lot of stuff.
Don't blame him. Compared
But look,
to
mate,
that, yeah.
you had the fake news on the go. Can we refresh
news.
people with the fake news?
I would like to refresh people with the fake news. Eh!
I'm
Don't
throwing-
throw things at me.
No, I'm
will you?
throwing
That's
stuff.
not appropriate radio
Ah.
behaviour. No, okay, so fake news, yeah?
Okay, go on.
So we have 3 different pieces of fake news, and one of them is a lie, and 2 of them are real. I'm going to tell Aaron all the headlines, and he has to work out which one of them I made up in the car ride on the way home. Number 1.
Go on.
Scientists have perfected a human-chicken hybrid embryo.
Oh, mate, you can't say a word.
I can't say any words today. I've been really bad.
Oh.
Number 2, scientists have created ice that is almost as hot as the surface of the sun.
Yeah.
Okay, and the third one, scientists have managed to transfer the memories of a rat into the memories of a hamster.
Yeah. Okay, and I have to guess which 2 of those are true
You have
and
to guess which one
is
of them
fake.
is a fake news.
I think number 2, but I'm not going to.
So
we're
you
going
think
to give.
is it the ice one you think's fake?
Yeah, fam.
Is
We're
that
going to
the
give.
same?
We're going to
Okay.
give people the ability in the Twitch stream to try and identify which one they think is true. Also,
Okay.
if you're listening on the actual radio, however, you're missing out on half the show. Like you. And
You're
like,
not looking at us.
Yeah.
At our faces.
Yeah, you can't like comment and stuff. Barney the Bear does Twitch, says nice show, and Gamers VR UK is in his house on Twitch as well. We've got some more songs coming up.
We do.
We've got some. I'm going to be giving you some YouTube tips.
Oh, mate, I
Some
wanna hear
tips
them.
to create
Let's
better
have
content.
the YouTube tips at 8:45. That gives us 10 minutes to discuss something or other.
Yeah,
For instance, let's discuss. Yeah.
mate. I want to discuss the
No.
sad state of our economy. No, I don't want to discuss.
boring,
That's boring.
boring,
It's boring.
boring. When we can discuss a virtual reality headset that runs at the same resolution as the human eye.
Now, this is the latest in VR innovations, which I find completely unnecessary because we have Oculus Rift at our disposal. But
Okay, go on. You
But-
sound like you're about to know something about what I'm telling you.
yeah,
Do you
no,
know?
yeah, no, I
Or
know.
you just make it up.
I know. Mate, I don't
I'm
need
the
to
number
know.
2 in the world.
I'm the number 2 in the world at VR knowledge. Actually, no, like you should know by me by now. I actually know nothing. I'm just really, really good at talking on my feet.
Okay.
Like we should have a challenge section
Yeah.
where people in the comments give me a topic to talk about, and
Okay.
I have to talk for 30 seconds without any
Yeah.
badness.
We can do it.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that later on.
Any-
We'll do that later on. If people in the comments on Twitch want that, let us know. Right, so this is the VR headsets and
VR
stuff,
headset,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
There's a new VR headset that's it's in development. I believe they've had quite a bit of funding for it.
Yeah.
So it's called the Varjo headset.
Nice name.
Maybe
Nice.
Varjo. It's
Nice
based
name.
in Helsinki. The company's based in Helsinki.
Oh, right. Well, that explains it.
Essentially, what they've designed a headset that's got 2 separate displays.
Yeah.
One of them's like a standard VR headset display that you'd have like on your Oculus or your HTC Vive or so on and so forth. The other one is a much, much, much more detailed display that moves around inside the headset on what you're focusing on with your eyes.
Yeah.
So it's in early development at the moment, so it doesn't fully work.
So focusing on that kind of like eye technology bit.
Exactly. So they aim to in the future have it so that the camera will move around to follow your gaze inside of the headset. So you've got full peripheral vision around your head, and
as well as kind of focusing
as you move your eyeballs around.
Yeah, that's
that
smart.
Lens will stay in front of your eyes and will allow you to focus on things that you're actually looking at, much like the human eye. If you imagine you're looking at something,
so it'd be quite indistinguishable from like reality itself.
Yes.
How do you know that we're not already in a headset like that, mate?
Well, we don't, but that's not what the article's about.
Maybe you don't know.
So yeah, it's a tiny display that covers just a small part of the thing, and it just works exactly like a human eye would. If you're looking at something, you can look at it, but you know everything else around it's not really as in focus as that thing that you're looking at, right? You know what I mean? Like,
I have full focus all the time.
Like if you look at that computer keyboard,
Look at
one of the keys on it, yeah?
Okay, I'm looking at
key
number W.
That W is much clearer than, say, the Z that you're not looking at.
No, the P is the most clearest, actually. Okay. But then I'm...
broken.
I don't know letters, so...
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, exactly.
So, the headset's going to be designed to be used mainly in things like flight simulators, in combat training, as well as in other sort of industrial uses like designing and stuff like that. Simply mainly because it's going to cost about between like $5 and $10 grand to.
I gotta think this already exists though. I gotta think in the military. I gotta think in the military they already have these for simulations and stuff. Like I gotta think they already have it. You know, like we're like 10 years behind whatever the military's got at least. Yeah,
that sounds like a conspiracy to me.
No, it's not. It's a conspiracy fact actually.
Conspiracy fact.
Conspiracy fact.
It's not a
conspiracy fact. Barney the Bear does Twitch. We will give some tips for starting a radio show later on. Yeah, no, we'll do that.
We'll do that.
We'll tell you how we did it. Yeah, so that's quite interesting. I don't think I'd buy one for like $5 grand.
Well, it'd be a lot. I think it is more of a specifically sort of commercial use. And
what's the name of the company?
Varjo.
Varjo, if you're listening, send us one. Send us one, fam.
Go on.
Yeah, I know it's not done yet, but no, gives it.
But I think the example that they gave that kind of highlights it for me is if you're in a virtual cockpit in a plane.
Yeah.
Imagine you're in a fighter jet. You're in the military. Yeah.
Okay, I'm there. Okay. Yeah.
So you're covered like in front of you. There's dials for days. There's dials and buttons and levers and switches and like all lights flashing and all this going on. If you're wearing a VR headset and you look at that, it's just going to be mush. Like imagine the Oculus, like anything detailed, it really loses it
because you can't focus.
You might have a HD screen in front of your face, but those pixels are pretty big when they're right in front of your eyes.
True dat.
So this headset's designed so that if you're looking at something specific, it will show you that in mega perfect detail as if you were looking at it in real life. That's the point of it. So that in a flight simulator, for example, you can look at each individual display or a dial or whatever, and it will be clear and readable and usable as an actual.
That's
thing.
quite interesting.
So that's the.
I can't help but feel like that they've just conned all the people and like just kind of like given them like lensless glasses and gone, look, it's just like the real thing, and like it just kind of like Emperor's New Clothes them. But look, we'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
Okay. We've had Games VR UK has just subscribed to us on twitch.tv/Pete's Games Funtimes. Let's put a song on, mate. Let's put a song on. And we'll address some of the comments that have been made in Twitch to catch up on there that people don't necessarily
This song,
know.
This song, it's got a 1 second intro, so I have to introduce it before I even play the song.
You can say every song in a quarter of a second.
It's Unchained Melody by Robson Green and Jerome Flynn. Funny
Jerome
story,
Flynn?
I've actually met him when I stayed in his house for a weekend.
You stayed in Jerome Flynn's house?
I stayed in Jerome Flynn's house for a week.
Okay, so look, catching up on Twitch stuff. We've got Twitch going on here. Some comments coming in. Odd-shaped octopus dropped in the house, and he dropped with a yo-yo-yo. Carlos says the chicken one was true. You can imagine a real human life, just like Jurassic Park. He didn't actually write the song, but in his head, that song was there.
Oh, obviously.
He also said hi to Odd-shaped octopus.
Odd-shaped octopus is here.
Gamer junkies off to slay the children of my people. Later, bro hizzles.
Beast Bro 19.
I love it.
Beast has arrived.
Barney the Bear does Twitch. Okay, I can't give you any specific tips on how to get your own radio show because I don't know where you live. But we are on Peterborough's community radio station.
It's true.
We met them because we do a lot of Comic-Cons and stuff up and down the country, like hosting game shows and stuff like this on stage. All tat like that. We're hoping to like grow into an actual thing. We want to be the next Anton Deck essentially, and we met Peterborough Community Radio, and they just offered us, like, we said to them we'd be interested in maybe doing a show on your radio station.
And they essentially, to our much greater surprise, went, yeah, go on.
Yeah, well, they looked at some of our videos and stuff and said, like, what do you want to do a show about? And at this point, like, we had no idea what to do, and we still don't. This is like our 5th.
Yeah.
Something.
Well, we're laying down.
We're learning.
We're learning the basis. Amidan, where else are we streaming? We're streaming on the PCR Extra radio station.
Yeah.
So it's an online-only radio station. The FM radio studio is over there on the other side of the room. That's where that blonde lady was.
Yeah.
For those who remember that episode. So we're streaming onto their website, which is the pcrextra.co.uk.
Yeah, man.
Which is also on a whole bunch of different internet radio websites. Like you can find it and listen if you fancy.
Mate, you got a coin?
No.
You got a scratchy thing?
No.
Anything I can scratch?
I've got
10 scratch cards here, boys.
I've got a key.
If I win 100 grand, I'm off ski. I'm absolutely off.
I've got keys, mate.
If I win 100 grand, I'm going to go slap that blonde lady on the butt.
Yeah. If you win 100 grand and give it to me, I'll pay you 100 grand.
Could you imagine if the first one is 100 grand? I'm like, shit.
It's just like, get the camera.
Oh yeah. No, I got 200 grands.
Carl says, which one's deck? Which one's
I'm deck. I'll have the alcohol and drug problem. Go for it.
Wait, no, you'll have the alcohol drug problem.
Yeah, go on.
But I'll have the alcohol drug problem because I'm Ant. If I'm Ant, I've got a drug problem. If you're Deck, you've got a drug problem. They both got drug problems.
It's Ant and Dick.
Ant and Dick. Ant and dead.
Yeah. So this is a podcast. Essentially, is what we've formatted it. All right, boys and girls.
Did you win anything?
I did not win anything on that one. Okay.
Yeah, you got so many pounds though. Oh wait, no, it's there.
Yeah, it's fake. Actually, it's fake.
20 seconds. Oh mate, I just put the headphones on in the perfect moment to get.
Mate, I've got 2 100,000 coins here.
Oh.
Another. Fable lost.
We're back. Aaron's just rubbed out 2 scratch cards. Did you win anything, mate?
Look, I've not ran anything so far, but I have got 8 more.
8 more to go. So
if I do win $100,000 pounds,
yeah,
100,000 monies,
$100,000.
I'm off. Like I'm done.
Do you think if you won $100,000 you would increase the amount of prize money for the Twitch stream?
BeastPro19 on Twitch says he wants to talk ergonomics with him.
Ergonomics. Look,
I don't know what that means.
Is
ergonomics like touching stuff?
No, that's something else.
Is that
ergonomics is like
no.
where you're sitting and like your comfort and like all that sort of stuff. I'm sure you can talk about that a bit, mate.
Is this the thing that I have to talk about for 30 seconds? Okay, right. Oh god. Okay. So we started a new challenge because apparently I can talk about anything that I don't know anything about. And this is just proving that I know nothing about ergonomics, so let's get into it. Okay? Let's get into it later, because as I say, I've been put on the spot. I've made a bold statement, and I'll come back it up. Right. So
right, well, we'll do your.
Let's have a different
seconds.
one.
No, 30 seconds on ergonomics.
30 seconds. Okay.
Have that later on in the show.
Later on in the show. Barney does the bear does Twitch. If I win £100,000, I will donate some of it to charity. Obviously.
Will you?
Yeah, I'll donate it to you, mate. You're a charity case. Gig.
Carl has just requested Rehab by Amy Winehouse after the discussion about those 2 lovely presenters
and Deck
from television.
I'm not saying.
It's
not as if we're going to break
any accusations.
No, it's not as if we're breaking the news to the world, mate. It's not coming from here, is it? Like we're just repeating things that we've read. And if someone's published it, then look. If the Sun has published it, then it's fact, okay?
Yeah, I see.
Obviously.
No,
it's absolutely obvious.
I do agree with you, actually.
Yeah.
The Sun is fact.
Yeah, the Sun is fact.
The Sun is fact. The Sun is so much fact, it's not even fake news. Now, much like fake news, we had some fake news. Do you want to discuss further the fake news? Have you got any queries about it so far?
So we had 3 scientific-related fake news.
Yes. In celebration of your brother coming to visit this weekend.
Yes.
He spurred me on to this.
My brother is a doctor, you know. He got all the brains and all the looks and all the charm. And I got all the spite and pity and pettiness. Look.
And boldness.
Well, I've got it. I'm wearing a hat now, so it's fine. Okay. So the 3 fake news stories that we came out with.
Would you like me to?
Only 2 of them were fake.
Reiterate.
One of them was that we have spliced human genes with chickens
into human. Chicken
Another one
embryos.
was that we've put the memories, like the kind of biological memories from a rat into a hamster.
Yep.
right? Some kind of like Animus related Assassin's Creed kind of style thing.
The future is here, apparently.
Could you imagine if the Animus was just specifically for rodents? Like it was just like Assassin's Creed, but like rodents
on a tiny little.
Just like
rodent.
a tiny little.
That's what. After the Odyssey, that's the next Assassin's Creed game is actually just going to be
Assassin's Creed rats.
Assassin's Creed mouse holes.
And then like you have to assassinate the Rat King. Don't Google it.
I googled it.
Yeah. And the first one was the other fake news story.
The ice.
The ice.
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 As the surface of the sun.
I feel like I did read something in the week. This is more of a memory test for me. I feel like I did read something during the week that said that scientists have created something that is as hot as the surface of the sun.
Okay.
But I'm not sure whether that was ice.
All right.
However,
that's fair enough.
The actual melting point of ice is flexible depending on... I know that's flexible depending on what kind of conditions it's in, because it's very much like the boiling point of water varies the higher up you go.
Yes.
Okay,
it's all based on pressure and the what's going on
now,
with the atoms and so
I
on.
definitely don't think that they could put enough pressure onto ice in terms of air pressure to make it get as hot as the surface of the sun before it melts. And also I don't know why they would choose ice as the conduit to do such a thing.
I don't know whether they had any sort of purpose to it or whether it was just like, I wonder if we could do that.
So I do know that there was a news story about something about the hot and surface of the sun. Okay, I do know that. Rat Assassin's Creed.
Thanks, Simon.
That was good. Rat
like
Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I thought it must have been one of our viewers who said that, because
it wasn't me.
That's
no,
smart.
I'm not smart.
I don't think they would bother putting the memories of a rat into a hamster.
Okay.
Just because I don't see how you would test it.
Well, I'll tell you. I can tell you how they tested it. I know that.
Well, because it's real news, or because you're just going to make it up now?
No, it's here.
All right, so that one's real then.
Well, they're all here. There's 3.
Well, they're all real then.
No, one of them's fake.
Well, have you got extra details on the fake one?
Well, because I've made up extra details.
You've actually wrote things. Oh my god!
Okay, it's done, mate. It's written down.
Okay, so why did they put the brain of a rat into a hamster meat?
Well, I couldn't tell you why.
Okay.
I assume that was some sort of experiment as to like what happens if like someone's brain dies. Can we transfer it into another person's brain or whatever?
Yeah.
Essentially, what they did was they trained a rat to follow a maze to get to a place.
Piece of cheese.
Whatever, yeah, piece of cheese or electric shock. I don't know what rats eat these days.
They don't eat electricity, mate. They're not.
They might.
They're not,
might be
they're
a
not
lab
Nikola
rat.
Tesla rats. Like, what are you talking about?
Pinky in the brain. Once the rat had learned the maze, they humanely ended the rat, and they took part of its brain and sort of somehow scienced it onto the hamster brain, and then the hamster, who was originally unable to complete the maze, then had the knowledge in its brain.
Okay. I think it's
so
the
it's
chicken
like
one.
a behaviour that they've learned whilst they're alive. It's then stored in the brain somehow, and then it's information that can then be transferred to a different brain.
I think it's the chicken one, mate.
You think it's the chicken one?
I don't see why they would do it. The chicken. Yeah.
Okay.
So are we going to have that revealed after the next song?
Yeah. Well, we can discuss the chicken thing now if you like.
Okay. Well,
We've
got more
all
facts
night.
Yeah, all night.
All night.
Well, we'll talk a bit more about that later.
Okay.
After the next song goes on, and then I have to talk for 30 seconds about ergonomics.
You do, and Oddshaped Octopus also requested that you talk for 30 seconds about the mechanical advantages of a fixed single pulley, discounting friction if you like.
Okay.
But in the meantime,
those 2 things I'll have to talk about later.
I'll give you a little bit of time to consider that.
I'm considering.
Listening to Earth, Wind and Fire, September.
This is the song
the song.
We played.
The Destiny song.
I had this song stuck in my head while we recorded Destiny, and we had 9 months of just this. Oh my god! Do you remember? Like we had for those of you who are new, right? We recorded a bulk of Destiny 2 when it came out, and we played it for 8 hours or something ridiculous.
Just
it
solid,
started.
solid.
No, we did have lunch.
You can watch the video. And the first episodes, there's a playlist of them all. The first episodes, it's day, and we're all normal, and we're just this game's amazing. And then progressively, as the night comes in, because this would have been December, so it would have got darker 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
As the night comes in, we just and go mad, and we just end up singing this song for hours.
Yeah, hours. But the thing is, for us, it was
the
hours.
Video into separate episodes. It lasted for months.
It was like literally it lasted for half a year. That these were coming out every single Friday for about half a year.
Yeah.
And like people who watched, not that anyone did, but people who watched must have just thought these guys are mental. Like they just love this song so much. So after this, I have to talk about ergonomics.
Ergonomics, yeah.
And
no googling.
The mechanical advantage of a fixed single pulley.
Yeah. I
And
assume
like a discount for friction.
over like a double pulley, which is
Yeah, because double pulleys they can lift more with less.
Right, don't waste it now, mate. Don't
Okay,
waste
no,
all the knowledge now. Like save it.
I'm just gonna scratch cards, mate. I'm gonna scratch cards.
Beast Bro 19. Why is it always the hot chick that dies first? I'll tell you why. Right? And
Because they're bad
I reckon
actors.
I've got a theory. Right, the hot chick dies first because being a hot woman in the movie industry, she's probably getting paid more than the equivalent hot man.
Well,
So
that's
they
true.
probably-
Gender pay gap in the.
They
acting
probably
industry.
can't afford to keep her on the film
Yeah,
for the entire
so they
thing,
just sack
so they
her
kill her off straight away.
It's exactly the same with any kind of famous actor, really, that's in a movie for like 3 seconds.
Exactly.
Like, did you see Kingsman 2
No.
when they had like that dude, the My Name is Jeff guy?
Oh yeah.
He was like all over the posters and everything. Died immediately. Like,
Mate, can you paste the giveaway into the comments?
Yeah,
Because
fam.
I don't have that ability anymore.
boom!
Apparently.
Kitten Gamer,
Kitten Gamer.
2418. How you doing, Famalam?
Kitten Gamer's after
Welcome
that
to our little
thing.
slice of podcast.
We're in an IRL radio studio.
We are actually-
IRL on the
yeah.
radio.
If you're just tuning in, like we're streaming this on Twitch, which is what you're seeing now, but we're also on a radio show and we play songs in between, and so we like talk on the radio and talk to you guys specifically. But obviously, those listening on the radio don't get the special Twitch treatment because they're not
Yeah,
on the radio.
they're not leaving the comments. They're just listening. On the
Well,
radio.
no, they're sacking it off essentially.
They're
They're sacking it off.
saying-
They're
I
sacking
think
it
this is the best thing we've ever done.
off. I think it is.
I just hope that we can keep it up for more than 10 episodes.
Yeah. No, I'm here, fam. Oh my god, I might want to quit. And if you wonder what I'm
Mate,
doing,
you want to quit?
I'm-
We can
I'm
go
doing
to the
scratch
shop
cards.
afterwards and get the quid as well.
Yeah.
Right, 20 seconds for you to scratch that card.
I want to quit.
You actually want to quit?
I've won £1. Only 9 more to go.
You've paid back one of the tickets.
One of the tickets is paid for itself, mate. But like the hours of fun I got. Woo! How now? Rhythm is a dancer.
Wrong song. Wrong song.
Oh, is it the wrong one?
Yeah, I know. They sound similar.
God darn it.
You know, I
God
was
darn it.
listening today to the X-Men cartoon theme song.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-boo-woo.
Yeah, that,
yeah.
right?
And Xavier in his like ridiculous hover
Professor
chair.
X, yeah. And then...
And everyone like in the bit, right? Just sorry,
Okay,
but
go
in the
on.
bit where they're all like claws, like muscle, yeah, and Xavier's just like brain, and it's just like you have the worst power, Xavier. Like you have the worst one. Like Magneto can
best.
make like
He can
no,
make-
but
no.
when they were like facing off, it was like ching ching, like, and they were like,
Oh, yeah.
and then he was
Professor
just
X,
like brain.
No, that's what you're saying.
No, he sucks.
Anyway, my story was more interesting than that.
Okay.
So I was listening to that in the office at work.
What?
Just
What?
over
No.
Mate, I have moments, right? I just have I'll get something in my head. I'm just like I need to listen to it.
Okay.
So I'm just there, I'm like doing my work, and then I'm just and somebody from across the office goes, "Is that the Crystal Maze?"
What?
And I went, "What?
Is he?
Are
How are
dumb?
you even
What's going on?"
alive?
And then I listened to it. I listened to the Crystal Maze theme song afterwards, and by golly, if it's not a carbon copy, it's like X-Men's like da na 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 na. Crystal Maze is like do da da ding ding dong.
Ah,
They
they did it.
Dong dong.
They did it.
It's weird.
God damn it. Maybe
I
it's
couldn't
because
believe
the presenter of the Crystal Maze was bald as well, and Xavier's bald.
Maybe it was
Yeah.
a throwback.
Okay, so we've got to introduce a new challenge because apparently I have the gift of the gab. I can talk about most things. People don't even know that I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Well, they know
They don't know.
that you don't know because you've already said that you don't know.
I know, but they know
But
now.
I'm afraid to say, actually, if you read the comments now,
What?
it does say that the ergonomics question has been relegated to the backbench, and you will be discussing the rules of horror movies from single movie to trilogy that was in the Scream movie in the scene where they watched the tape from the dead guy. I don't know what he's talking about, mate. I don't
Okay,
know. Just do the ergonomics one.
I'm going to do the ergonomics one because I like thought that. Okay, so I have to talk about two topics. Ergonomics is
mate.
one, just talking about
Spider-Man
ergonomics, and
Go on.
also
Get on.
I need to talk about, for 30 seconds, the mechanical advantage of a fixed single pulley and I can discount for friction if I like.
Okay, let's
So
have the
I'm going to start with
ergonomics.
ergonomics first.
Let me
Okay.
get a timer. I'll just
Okay.
use a clock.
Get a timer up.
I've got multiple timers all in front of my face.
Right. Okay, fam.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll count you in, mate. I'll
Okay.
count you in, right? You ready? You ready? All right. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds, go.
Right. Even though I don't have a full understanding of what ergonomics actually is as a subject, I do have a brief understanding of the concept and idea and implementation of it. Ergonomics, as I understand it, is the desire to create a kind of a better workplace that is actually more reflective of the human limitations in terms of finger length, in terms of arm movement and things. So for example, quite honestly, desk height is the example I'd go when considering ergonomics. Now, there's a recent, more recent, kind of the last few years, where people can have a standing desk, and that is found to be more ergonomically sound than a sat-down position because it puts less impact on the lower spine, as well as improving productivity.
Okay, you successfully talked for 30 seconds about ergonomics.
Thank you. And that sounded good, right?
It almost sounded like you knew what you're talking about.
Exactly. People in the comments on Twitch can give that a mark out of 10 for ergonomics. And now I have to talk about the mechanical advantage of a fixed single pulley, discounting for friction. Beast Bro 19 gave me a 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10.
With a dead face. That's bad, mate. It's bad times.
Right, come on.
Okay.
So, single pulley is 4,
you introduced me
2,
with the topic.
1, go.
Okay, the main advantages of a single pulley as opposed to a kind of more similar double pulley. Now, pulleys were originally kind of designed for like ships to pull up sails and stuff like that, and they used double pulleys to bring up bigger sails. But the double pulleys took longer to pull up, and they obviously used more rope to pull the sails up and stuff. Whereas a single pulley or single cam pulley has a lower friction on the rope, so the rope lasts for longer for one thing, as well as it goes up faster. But the input is 1-to-1 with the output.
Is that you're working all the way up to the bit where you say its input is 1-to-1 with the output?
Yeah.
Okay. That is an advantage and a disadvantage.
Exactly.
But I'll give you that. Like,
yeah.
So we've got
6
some
out of 10,
scores here.
7 out of
10 for that.
Bam.
So,
Kidding me?
Well done, mate. You've successfully garbled your way through a minute of your life.
We'll call that Aaron's ramblings.
Yeah. If anybody's listening on the radio, I'm pretty sure they've got no idea what you're talking about now.
Yeah, well, I had no idea what I was talking about, mate. I don't know anything about ergonomics. What are you talking about?
No, I didn't think you were.
Odd-Shaped Octopus, who gave me the pulley challenge, says that he liked it.
Good.
So I've bribed him. So thanks for that. We'll introduce that as a recurring segment if people want. If you do want to get in touch.
I'd love to see somebody give you something that you actually knew about, and then you're just like...
I just flounder.
I don't know anything. In the meantime...
Yeah, go on.
One last time, we'll reiterate the fake news.
Yep.
So we've got 3 different fake news items, one of which is actually fake, 2 of which are real. So Aaron has to determine which of these news segments is fake and which of the 2 are real news stories from around the world over the last few days.
Now go on.
Number 1. Are you ready?
Yes.
Pens and paper at the ready, please.
I'm okay.
Scientists have finally perfected the human-chicken hybrid embryo.
Yeah.
Number 2. Scientists have created ice in a laboratory that is almost as hot as the surface of the sun. And 3. Scientists have managed to transfer the memories of a rat into the brain of a hamster.
Now I think, bearing in mind that I saw something about the surface temperature of the sun.
Okay.
I think it's the chicken one that is the fake news.
You think the chicken one's fake news
for today?
Okay.
And it is 9 o'clock. So
what does that mean?
That's the fake news announcement hour.
That's the fake news announcement hour.
Yeah,
so at 9 o'clock we will reveal what.
Well, it is
fake
9
news
o'clock
is
now.
fake news. Okay. Well, in that case, at 9 o'clock it is the fake news. Fake news.
Fake news.
So you honestly think it's a human chicken embryo?
I think it's a human chicken embryo that is absolutely fake. Because I just don't see why they do it. Like I don't want a human chicken.
Yeah, you reckon?
Yep, that's it.
Well,
reveal to me.
I will reveal to you the rest of the article for the human chicken embryo that says scientists recently combined human stem cells with chicken embryos. That doesn't necessarily mean researchers are bleeding frocks of frankenfowl. Scientists are looking closely how the embryonic cells organise themselves to better understand how embryos develop and how cells build specialised body structures. It's true, mate.
It's true.
It's true. Scientists
right, so one of the other 2 is fake.
Scientists have built human chicken embryo hybrids.
Okay, it's the ice sun.
The ice.
Ice sun.
The
Because
sun
I
ice.
feel like you would have seen... I'm trying to get in your mind to which one you would create.
Okay.
And I think you would see something and go, oh, I'll just make that ice and that will sound daft.
Okay. So you think the ice is the fake news?
No, I think they're all fake. I think they're all fake. I think they're all fake, mate.
So
I got it wrong.
it's called super ionized ice.
Oh my god,
Okay.
it was right.
It's both solid and liquid at the same time. It's 60 times denser than ordinary
So it's
water ice and forms at a temperature almost as hot as the surface of the sun. It's super ionic ice, and for the first time, scientists have made it in the lab. It's a high pressure form of water ice that's long been thought to exist on the interiors of Uranus and Neptune.
Well, who's saying it?
Uranus.
Ah.
But until now, it has only been a theoretical that its existence. Until now, it's been proved.
So the fake
That's
one's
it.
the fake one's the rat brain.
I made up the rat brain.
God damn it!
Yeah, that's right. That's 2 weeks in a
should've
row
known
you
that.
got.
I got, but it's okay. I'm okay with that, mate.
Yeah.
Because
No, I made it up completely. How on earth do you think that they would be able to transfer memories from a dead rat into a completely different animal?
well, I thought it was so insane that it might be true.
They're all insane.
No, but yeah, it's scientists, isn't it? Like they're all just mental. Like, why are they doing this stuff?
I don't know.
Like, why years ago did I have to read a news article that said like scientists might accidentally make a black hole? Actually,
Yeah,
it's like
well,
just don't do it.
the funny thing
Like,
about
just don't do it.
funny thing about black holes is they're not what you think.
What? Fake news?
Ooh. Anyway,
Okay.
I think after that terrible showing of the fake news, mate, I reckon you need to go into rehab.
Oh.
KE120, you got good.
KE120 got.
Got.
Can I explain the advantage of using MIG weld together on a 2-inch thick beam over stick weld? Well,
The thing about MIG welding,
I do know that MIG weld is for like galvanized stuff, like it's magnesium.
It's got a much better heat penetration. If you've
Yeah.
got 2-inch thick plate, rather than just heating up the outside of the metal, you're actually working into the metal with the conductive material.
Yeah.
I made that up.
Did you?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, you think you're good, I'm good.
No, because I know that I'm good, but I don't know you're good. So when you say something good, I think it's true.
Yeah, that's right. That's my power.
That's your power,
Right?
like to
That's
be
my
like shit most of the time, but then like that on.
You know, scientists think that wormholes might actually be where two black holes have collided
Oh.
and like sucked themselves into each other, because like the gravity of a black hole is so great that light cannot escape.
I don't think
So
any
what
of it's true,
happens
mate.
if a black hole collides with another black hole and they suck themselves into each other? They
I don't-
create
I-
like a rift in space-time.
I don't think any of it's true. Mate, I do know that I've just peed away a tenner on scratch cards.
Carl reckons the rat one might actually be true. To be honest, Carl, like I stole the idea from Assassin's Creed. Because obviously, like, you go into the Animus. Like, you were right, mate. You were right about the whole Animus thing. I was there. I made it up from that.
Mate, I just turned a tenner into a pound. I'm a freaking magician.
Well done.
I'm a magician, son.
well
I'm a
done.
magician, kid. I'm a magician.
Oh my god. Odd-shaped octopus
Hang
says
on.
they sent sensory information from encoder rats to decoder rats over the internet in 2013.
Mate, I'm going to absolutely destroy you when we go back on the radio.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be like, oh, you're actually wrong about your fake news.
What? Because it actually happened. I
Yeah.
made up something that happened.
Yeah.
That's not
I
bad.
think everything's happened, you know?
Yeah, I think they're at the point where everything's happened.
I think we're at that point. Like, we're at that point.
Yeah.
They did something in the last few weeks, memory sharing stuff from UK to Australia for sure.
Do you think that I knew that happened and I wasn't conscious of it?
I think maybe like they memory shared with you and you were just like, received it. Mate, get the tinfoil hats out.
I'm
you know what I
afraid.
mean?
I'm afraid.
Get the goddamn tinfoil hats.
It's going to go back to the whole apocalypse thing. We're going to be holed up with this radio station again.
Yeah. People
Like,
need to make a game of us, just like
every
radio
week.
station defense.
Every week we're going to be in this radio station.
Every goddamn radio
just
station.
being sucked away.
My God, don't you just think Amy Winehouse is trash, or was trash? No, she was trash, right?
She's definitely trash now.
No, but no, she was just trash. Like she was just like a junkie. Like she just wasn't even talented, you know.
Question is, do you think she wrote her own music?
Absolutely not. Absolutely, she never wrote her own music. It's
Yes.
impossible.
Carl said that
Emma's
Emma
going
is
to
going to do the Crystal Maze.
Crystal Maze. Oh my God, vlog that. I said that.
Bro,
I said that
you
me and
vlog.
Jack should go do some.
Quiz show.
Yeah.
I've been on TV before.
I think we should go do Pointless
Ah, we'd so
because it's in
bad.
teams, isn't it?
It'd be so bad.
Or do you remember Golden Balls?
8 seconds.
Do you remember Golden Balls?
No.
Oh, I'm going to tell you about it. Mate. Oh, dude. Rehab was good for me.
Trying to make me go to rehab.
I watched a lot of television.
Yeah.
We were just discussing because Carl H on twitch.tv/Pizgames Funtimes has said, has said that Emma's actually going to do the Crystal Maze.
It's fortuitous that I mentioned it in my mad ramblings about the X-Men teaching.
And it got me thinking that we should go and do, like, me and Jack should go and do like a TV show, go and see if we can get onto a quiz show or something. And I said, oh mate, if only they did Golden Balls still. And Jack didn't know what it was. And Golden Balls is the best and worst show ever.
I don't know what Golden Balls is. Has it got something to do with like an actual golden ball?
Yes.
And you like move the ball around the something?
Like essentially,
like
it all
you
comes
get
to
a ball if you answer a question right or something.
Yeah, and it all comes to a crescendo where there's like two players.
Mm-hmm.
They have a series of golden balls in front of them,
Yep.
And they have to
throw
take
them
some.
at each other and see which one of them is knocked out.
No, they have to take some of them. Some of them have money in, some of them have kill bits in. And then at the end they have like a pot of money between the two of them.
Okay.
And they each have 2 golden balls each. One to split the pot, or one to steal it. And if they both pick steal, they both lose. They both get nothing. If they both pick split, they both split it. If one splits and one steals, so like, and then you have this super intense. Like, I watched this one bit where they had like 30 grand in the bank, and they were like the guy was like, I will definitely split this with you, and the girl was like, no, for sure, I'm gonna split it with you, and like the guy was like, oh yeah, okay. And it went on that like for ages, and he goes, I swear on my life, I swear on my children's lives, I'm gonna split it with. She stole it. The guy was just like, he split it, and she stole it, and like literally, like the presenter was just like, you could tell that he was just like, you're trash, mate. Like honestly, if you haven't seen Golden Balls, YouTube it. Like, it's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. God. It's absolutely brutal. Like,
I'd be
just
so angry.
It gets so intense, and like literally, what would you do? Like, you just be like, okay, well this way, and that lying,
that person,
Golden Balls player stole.
You know,
I'd get him in the car park, mate. After, like, I'd go get him.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah.
You know the new episodes of Jeremy Clarkson.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh my God.
He doesn't know anything.
I saw one, right? So obviously the thing about Jeremy Clarkson is he doesn't know anything, and they've introduced this obviously on purpose. They've introduced a Ask the Host lifeline.
Yeah.
On purpose, because Jeremy Clarkson doesn't know anything. Famously doesn't know anything. Although he does appear to think he knows everything. What happened was a lady was getting, she was doing well. I think she was up to like 30 grand, 60 grand, something like that. And she got stuck on a question. She's like, I've got. She had all the lifelines left. She was like, I've got my lifelines. No worries. Or maybe she only had a couple left. I'm not sure. But anyway, she had the lifeline to ask the host. She was like, okay, right, I'll ask the host, Jeremy Clarkson. Jeremy Clarkson. She sort of had a rough idea, and she sort of wanted him to confirm it. Obviously, Jeremy Clarkson went. Honestly, like, I have absolutely no idea.
Yeah.
Is all he said. Like, he was just like, I can't possibly give you an answer. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, and that's fair enough. Like, if he doesn't know, he doesn't know. Like, it's a lifeline. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to give you the right answer.
The visuals are amazing when that happens, because the light goes all on Jeremy.
Yeah,
and it's just like,
and he's just like, don't know.
Yeah.
But what the clincher was, right? And this is like the Golden Balls thing. She then phoned her husband, who was her like phone a friend, and said the question, and he went, no, it's definitely this answer, which was the other answer that she didn't pick.
Yeah.
Right? And he's like, no, it's absolutely this, 100%, swear on my life, it's that answer. And she's like, fine, I'll go with, and went with his.
Yeah.
The answer that she had to start with was right. She went with his and lost all the money.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine going back home just like, here's your share of the 30 grand that I didn't win.
Yeah.
It's divorce papers.
Oh, yeah. No, well, that's a win anyway. Like I saw a similar bit, like, because it was only like 12 episodes. And I watched them because they were funny. There was one which actually Jeremy's saying, like, when he asked it, he was just like, I absolutely know the answer to this one. It's 100% this type of deer, or something like, it's a type of deer. He was like, 100%. It's the only thing I've ever known ever.
I
and the guy was like on 75 grand, and it just went. And I don't even need to look at the thing. You got it right, and it was like,
and it was
then
just like
and it went red on the answer, and like
and
the guy
went.
He looked at like the producers and stuff. He was just like the player was like, "Is this for real? Like what's going on?"
Oh my God!
And Jeremy was like, I'm so sorry about that. I would wait for him to come out of his dressing room and was like, right, you owe me 75 grand, son.
Yeah.
Like, I'd get him, mate. I'd get him. Like, gives your car.
But like, it made such great television.
Yeah.
And I think it was just a genius move on their part, because not only did it make great television, it also meant they didn't have to pay out as much prize money.
Yeah, it's great. It's perfect. Like, we could host a millionaire show and just like ask Aaron, and like the last question's like, nah, it's wrong, actually.
Like, you win £1 million if Aaron gets the answer right.
Speaking
it's
of being
question.
wrong, Trackle, you got the fake news wrong, mate. We've been corrected by people in the comments.
Have we?
They corrected us, mate. They actually said that there's been brain swappings going on.
No,
so
but there was. My specifically was from a rat to a hamster.
I don't remember you saying that, actually.
Well, it was there. Like, if they've done it for rats, I've merely embellished the truth into a lie.
Okay, well, it's still a lie, though, isn't it? Still a lie.
That was the point.
Don't know about that. Don't know.
All right,
look, we're gonna talk to our solicitors about this.
Okay.
In the meantime,
get me now.
I want a bit of Hollywood, mate.
You want a bit of Hollywood?
Yeah.
From Marina and the Diamonds.
Ah.
Oh.
Mate, how good was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Oh, mate, it was good. Ow! Stop throwing things at me. What's wrong with you?
Judge Rinder.
I'd throw something at your head.
Should we go Judge Rinder?
I'd throw something at your head, but I'm so afraid that it might shatter because it's an egg, because it's so bold.
But should we go on Judge Rinder and just like fake that like we start a YouTube channel together, together sometimes, and like now we're arguing over who owns the rights to the channel or something.
Yeah.
And then just be like, should we get back together? Yeah, we'll get back together. Keep making content, and like just use it as a plug when they ask it about. It's like, no, I was really happy with the outcome because like me and Jack we make really good videos.
You
subscribe.
Check us out, go on.
Yeah, no, go on.
No, I think it would be such a painful plug. It wouldn't be worth it.
I think it would. I think it would go viral.
I think what we should do.
I think pointless is the way to go.
Is pointless. I like pointless. I like the idea of pointless.
Yeah, and just go like on pointless and be like, we actually do a host of this on our YouTube channel. Please go sometimes. Or we should go on Couples Come Dine With Me. And like when they say like
bar and grill,
yeah,
just deep fry everything.
Like go on Couples Come Dine With Me.
Deep fried.
And like literally just like
deep fried butter.
When people like when they do like, oh, we got the entertainment. Oh, it's upstairs. It's like, oh, what's this? It's like, oh, this is our studio where we record our videos for our channel. Actually, pizza games. And like just leave the posters everywhere, just like everywhere. Yeah, I've got a foolproof plan to win. Come Dine With Me if I ever went on it.
Go on.
Just score everyone 0.
Do you think it would work?
Yeah, because as long as you throw like an average night, the average, like if you get 6s and 7s, not giving, like if there's 4 of you or 5 of you, like if you get 5 7s and or 4 7s 1 0 compared to like 5 6s, all you have to do is throw in a good night. You could skew it so much by chucking everyone a 0 that you just win, like guaranteed.
I feel like the show's rigged. So that they probably only give you like cards for 5, 6, and 7, so that it's always close.
No.
The points are always the same. Like nobody ever gets 10.
Well, then,
nobody ever gets less than 5.
If I saw a show where like one guy got kicked out like halfway through like the episode. He was just like that, and another guy was just like, yeah, no, I don't want this, so I brought a salad, and he's got a box of salad out, and the woman was like,
oh,
yeah, it was bad.
It's all set up, mate. It's Channel 4. It's all set up.
You think?
Yeah.
Benefits Britain's all set up? No, those people exist, mate.
Yeah, I know. I lived in Southampton.
They
filmed it there.
Yeah, they filmed one in Lincolnshire. Oh, that fat woman who lived in Wisbech, mate.
Oh,
fat woman in Wisbech.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was in Wisbech, mate.
We did a Comic-Con with somebody that was on it.
Yeah. No, we did.
We did.
Mate, we got to do more radio stuff. What are we doing next? Then we got.
We're listening to this song.
No, but what we got next? Like we've got YouTube news. I can do YouTube news.
Yeah, and you've got your YouTube tips, mate.
Yeah, but I don't know what I'm going to say for that yet.
We'll figure it out. That was Marina and the Diamonds. I've never heard that song before. Somebody at work told me to play it, and it's actually really good.
That was really funny. That thing you said before we went back live on the radio. That was really funny, mate. Yeah, that was really funny.
Oh, cheers.
No, it was good.
No,
look, YouTube news. It's a new segment that we're coming on with because we have a lot
Aaron invented in the car on the way here.
Yeah.
Because he's afraid that we're going to run out of things to say, even though we've only got 42 minutes left of the show.
YouTube news, mate.
And 4 of those minutes are going to be taken up by that one song we've got left to play. So we need some song requests from you that are watching. Go on.
this week on YouTube, a lot of stuff has happened. I'm going to focus mainly on the controversy with Tobuscus, or Toby Turner, as he likes to be known. Now, everyone knows, or every kind of YouTube guy knows, practically who Toby Turner is. He had a very successful 3 channels. He did like cartoon series.
He did my favourite video ever, Helicops.
Yes. Yeah, Helicops. He did a series almost similar to kind of Smosh and their kind of cartoon style sketches and things like that, and he also did a lot of Minecraft things. But obviously his channels, although massive, have not been getting any views recently, or recently over the past year, 18 months, and that's because he got into a big controversy where he was accused of doing some wrongdoings with a ex-girlfriend, inverted commas.
That was Olga K, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember her being on his videos. They seemed like they were a couple.
Well, that's the thing. Like, she accused him of being violent towards her and taking advantage of her in an adult fashion. Okay.
I've not heard any of this. I don't know any of
No, it was all accused, and it was brought out to light. She did a big blog post on it, and it really ruined him. Like, he's just still getting back over that now.
Well, it would do, wouldn't it? Because although it may have affected his sort of public persona, you think like people are going to change their mind about you instantly over something like that. As soon as you're accused, instantly like you just go down.
Whether it's true or not, you're instantly gone.
But not only that, even if it hadn't affected him online, it would affect him as a personal thing. Like, he would be affected as a human being.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, people on YouTube are people. And
We
for
are.
something like that to happen, in the public eye,
Yeah.
much like it would happen to any celebrity, it affects people in negative ways. And if anything, it means his content's going to be affected because he's not going to be in the right frame of mind to be making things. And I think that's what spurred the complete and total decline of his channel.
Yeah,
but go on.
It was the spear tip of it. Now he didn't say anything about that because he was advised by close friends of his not to go into it and not to tell his part of the story because of the hashtag #MeToo movement being quite aggressively leaning towards believing a female party in such kind of allegations. Now, he did this week release a video, I think it was on Monday or Tuesday, where he actually spoke about his experience with the Me Too and his experience with what happened a year or 18 months ago with this Olga, whatever it was. Olga K. And it was very touching. Like, if you haven't seen it and if you know Toby Turner, like, go watch it because you can tell he's being quite frank and honest and he's taking a risk making this. And quite a few of the comments have been, well, most of them have been really supportive, but there have been quite a few negative ones on there as well. And he goes into how his relationship with Olga was one of friendship and she wanted more and he kind of didn't. And, you know, you're not taking sides in this or anything, but he raised a good point where the kind of society's predisposition is to believe the accuser as opposed to the accused, and that's because it's obviously quite more dangerous to have been an accuser than an accused. But it's just an interesting bit of controversy. He did also slam Keemstar quite aggressively in that video, in a nice way because he's family friendly.
And Keemstar have something to do with it originally, didn't he?
Yes, Keemstar was the one who originally broke the story. You know, what's going on, guys? Killer Keemstar here with some YouTube news. Like, that's what he did, and like with no regard, no apologies, no getting like a fair side of the story just for clicks on such a big kind of target guy. And with the likes of PewDiePie out there and the Logan Paul kind of fiasco that goes on, these people make a living off creating content like this, and you know, unless you have an open dialogue with accusations, clearly what Logan Paul did was absolutely disgraceful. But what if it wasn't? What if it was just someone's opinion on something that he did, and they posted a really one-sided argument against him that went viral and could have ruined him as well? But nature of the beast, I suppose, but it shouldn't be. And that's the YouTube news for today. Also, there's been a lot of work going on behind the scenes on the YouTube site itself, and the app has changed. There's an update now where you can actually download videos, and they're really promoting the YouTube Red service and paid services. They've introduced 2 new paid services on YouTube for music and
I think this is part of Google's overarching campaign to sort of align YouTube and Google Play Music and stuff like that into one single service, because they've got Google Play Music, which you can pay for, like, just like Apple Music or Spotify or anything like that. You can pay for it and have a whole selection of songs available at your desire. But you also have YouTube Red, which is a YouTube service that you can pay for. It takes away all the advertising from YouTube and gives you access to YouTube Red only content.
Now you can pay for music and you can pay for a non-advert based YouTube format. Now I would like to see how much of that revenue actually makes it back to the content creators.
I can tell you for a fact that if you check on the YouTube Creators app, if you are a content creator and you make YouTube videos, it will tell you how much revenue you get and where the revenue comes from. So your main revenue stream is always going to be from advertising and ad clicks and so on and so forth. But you do also get told about how much of your revenue comes from YouTube Red. And I think out of all the revenue that we've ever had, YouTube Red revenue probably accounts for 1% of it. It's a tiny amount. Whether that's because nobody uses it, nobody bothers to pay for YouTube Red.
I think it's been more mainstream now. You can actually subscribe to it from the YouTube app on your phone itself, and I think it's like $8.99 a month, which to me seems like £9 a month, like to skip a 5-second video.
Well, yeah, it's £9 a month, but it's also £9 a month on top of however much, like you pay £7.50 or £10 a month for Netflix, so that's £19 a month. You pay another £8 a month for your Spotify, £10 a month for your Spotify, or Apple Music or whatever. Suddenly you're paying £30 a month. On top of that, you're paying your £50 phone contract. That's £80 a month just for your entertainment. I don't know if these paid subscription services are the way to go. I love Spotify with all of my heart, but I think at £10 it's too expensive.
Well, I have Apple Music, and I pay, I can't remember what that is a month. But I was actually...
It'll be about the same, whatever it is. All the services are about the same. They market it just under about £10 a month.
I was actually speaking to the drummer out of Travis. Travis, the obviously band in the 90s, they do a lot of gigs. Neil Primrose, the drummer out of Travis. He's a mate of mine. And I was speaking to him and asked him, like, how has that kind of affected you on iTunes and stuff? And it's literally they get, like, points of pence on songs for those who subscribe to it. So I don't know how to address that with the content creators themselves. It'll be interesting to see how that happens, how it affects the smaller YouTube content creators, because they realigned it 6 months ago and everyone was kicking off, and it was like, well, if you're small, you shouldn't be worried whether you get paid for the videos you make. Like we don't get paid for any of this. Like, we do it because we enjoy doing it, and we want to grow a certain community and a certain kind of feel and a brand.
We want to make videos at the same.
And if we could
premium reason for doing anything is that
if we could do this full time, and we got paid for it,
it'd be great.
Like, we need to get paid in order to do it full time. Otherwise, we've got we have jobs. Like, but if you're a small content creator, it shouldn't matter whether you get paid or not. Like, because you should oh great, I got £10 last month, brilliant. Like, it shouldn't be the make or break of the channel, and everyone was kicking off like it was the end of the world.
And it's
not.
Remember back like 6 months ago when we changed it and said, you have to have 1,000 subscribers. You have to have
40,000 watch minutes.
40,000 watch minutes a month, and so on and so forth. And people were saying, oh no, I'm not going to bother doing YouTube because I don't get that £100 a year that you get from YouTube or something. And it just seems ridiculous because you're not doing it because of that. You're doing it because you want to make videos, and if you're doing it to make money solely, then you're doing it for the wrong reasons. And that is a YouTube tip from me and not Aaron.
Oh my god! Ding, 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 ding.
So that's why we make videos. We do it because we want to. We do it because we enjoy it. We do it for the love of gaming, and
like we do want to make money out of it. Like, but we only want to make money out of it so we can put all of our attention to it. Like, we don't want to, we didn't start it
and
going,
so we can have sweet cars and a big house.
Well, no, I'm not really bothered about that. Like, I do want the PGF mansion though. Like, can we build like mansions next to each other?
No, I thought we were going to build one conjoined mansion.
We're going to live in the same mansion.
Have 2 separate wings.
Ah, yeah. Can my wing be slightly bigger than this?
Yes, but mine will be wider.
Okay, yeah. No, so mine's like the long wing, and yours is the wide wing. Okay, it'd be a really weird house. But we have a joint. We have a joint swimming pool with slides coming out of our rooms into the swimming pool.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Except my water is a slightly different colour to your water.
That's because you wee in it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Not even trying to hide the urination.
Mate, I'll tell you what, the only way that you can really truly find success on YouTube and all of these online streaming platforms is if you work at it solely with the power of love.
Mate, these plugs of yours are getting out of hand. You know, like they're getting out of hand,
going
mate.
wild.
They're too good. Like they're
Frankie
too good.
goes to Hollywood.
The FBI will be in here, mate. They'll be getting you.
I hope so. I'm gonna get arrested for 2 good segues.
Good. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, mate. We're preaching, Katie. We are preaching. Zed hosted with some viewers. Thanks, Zed, for the host. Check out Zed's channel. He does Black Ops Zombies, and he is Scottish. You know,
He is.
that might put you off.
Put me off.
Well, look,
And then
I
it
was
put me
sick.
on.
I was sick.
But like, you know, what I'm gonna do, mate. So you've done all of those scratch.
I've
cards
done
and you
all of
didn't
the
win.
scratch cards.
You
I've
didn't
done.
win. Oink.
I've
Well, you
done
won a
all of these scratch cards, mate, and I didn't win a titting thing.
Tell you what, I haven't had an email from the National Lottery yet. I spent a tenner on lottery tickets today. Today feels like the day. Today feels like the day.
Do you
that
get
I'm-
emailed?
Yeah,
you
they
win?
email because you buy the tickets on the website,
Yeah.
and then they just send you an
What,
email.
you didn't even buy it, like, the fun of the lottery is
I
getting
did
the
it
ticket
in
with
the
the number.
car on the way here.
Nah, mate, you're doing lottery. You're doing lottery.
And then
wrong,
they just
man.
email, and then you know that if you haven't won because you won't have any emails. But my emails don't sometimes come through because I've turned off all my notifications. So I'm like, oh, I don't know whether I won or not. But like, saves waiting until the middle of the night to check. Give you that.
So right now, we could be on our way to the PGF mansion. I would have a fully sick, like...
No, I'd be on the way to the PGF mansion. You're here, mate. You're stuck.
No, you build... Like, if I won the lottery, I'd build a house and we'd live
I'll
together.
give you a segue.
Like,
Mate,
diamond segue.
Yeah, a segue. I don't know where that came from. I read a comment that said segue, and I just immediately said it. I just said the word.
You've been bad. You've been bad.
I've been really bad with my words today, actually.
Yeah, I think
I've
it
just
might have a tumour.
I think I need to
Ear
sleep.
tumour.
Sleep.
Yeah,
more.
no, you look tired. But look, at the end of the day...
I've got the rockstar, mate.
Well, we've also got
there.
KFC at the moment, you know what I'm
Oh.
saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Mate, can you imagine if we ran out of KFC again?
No. I can't. I'll be sick. I'll be sick on my own head.
You know,
No, if we won the lottery, I would fully build like a legit recording studio. You know, like the things that they record like Planet of the Apes with, like they got like all the stuff. Like
Yeah.
I'd have
or
like
like
a
the
complete
Foley and everything.
yeah, and
But
like
like you'd have to spend thousands on a course to train you how to use all the desks and everything.
no, I'd
'cause, like,
employ a guy.
we've got 3 desks here, yeah, like 2 mixing desks.
That's
and,
too
like,
much.
computer
That's too much
desks.
for me.
And my brain is a million, and there's like 4 knobs.
5 knobs, mate.
You're
there.
Yeah, because you're there.
Oh, what? 6 knobs.
Oh,
I can eat a knob at night.
that
That was easy.
was easy.
That was well.
See this?
Oh, you're throwing eggs at me.
Yeah, egg. You're gonna have to pick that up.
Mate, we're going to
KFC.
No, we're going to Airsoft on Sunday.
No.
Sunday?
No.
Sun?
No.
Sunday.
No.
Sun?
No.
Day.
I don't want to go.
Why not?
Can't bother.
Why?
It's gonna be too hot. It's gonna be so hot this week.
Yeah, but we can just be like stationary airsofters.
No, I'd rather be doing something nice and just like oh, there is another lady out there.
Another lady?
Another blonde lady. Multiple ladies. Thanks, Katie. I did actually read your comment and then said segue, but thank you for acknowledging that my segue was decent.
Oh, mate, I'm swag now.
Mate, it was decent.
It was.
Sorry,
she actually said
your
it was
baldness is showing.
decent. Well, look, this is my hair, but I'm like 26, man.
Oh, yeah. Look at me.
Yeah, but the thing is, in like gorillas, in like gorilla lands,
Gorillas in the mist.
if they're bald, then they're like the senior, more better ones.
Yeah, they're the ones that are weaker and more likely
Better.
to be outed by the up-and-coming alpha males.
Nah, they're better.
Me.
They are better. Mate.
Up-and-coming.
I had a stressful sales job for 5 years. Like it's aged me horribly.
Yeah, I've had a stressful PGF job for the last year and a half.
You don't do anything with the channel.
Dealing with you.
You're
Like-
gonna have July. I'm looking dapper, Katie. World 20. Are you
Katie's on
kidding
the,
me?
Katie's on the
Why
head
do all the girls
and
fancy me?
What?
Like
'Cause
every
all
girl
the
who's ever
women
said,
fancy
like,
me.
well, it's just like I get a slight compliment. I'm like, she's in love with me.
Yeah. No,
Shit.
well, you've got that badness.
Shit.
You've got that man badness.
That man badness.
Yeah, every man instantly thinks that if a woman speaks to him, that she's in love with him.
Yeah, well,
It's
because
fine.
it's true with me, you know. Man.
Well, there you go.
It's also with every guy as well. Like Odd Shaped Octopus, when he first spoke to me, he asked to like kiss it. He asked me like,
Did
he said,
he?
"Can I kiss it?" And I was
Kiss
just like,
what?
"What are you talking about?" He was like, "Your elbow, mate." And I was like, "Whoa. You getting into elbow territory? We've only just met."
Man, I don't know what you're talking about.
Neither do I. I've had a full rockstar, mate. I'm pumped.
You're powering
I'm
through.
pumped.
You're powering through. What we
I'm
need to talk
powering
about? Oh, mate, I've got the best and worst news article ever.
Why are you wearing a Christmas T-shirt, mate?
It's my Coca-Cola t-shirt. I'm Brandon.
It's also Christmas.
I'm Brandon the Wazoo.
Odd-Shaped Octopus as well, guys. Go follow him on Twitch. He is an official PGF affiliate, and he is also our legit cameraman.
He is
That's
our
right.
cameraman. He's good.
We have a
He's
cameraman,
good lad.
and Odd-Shaped Octopus. We are still working on the sitcom. Don't you even worry about that.
We'll be there.
Wait. What?
Ah,
dude, you
That's your fault.
almost gubbed it.
you did. That. You were talking to me.
This next section, mate, is called What We Play, where we talk about what we have been playing recently and what we are thinking about playing and what kind of like excites us. And then later on, you're going to be talking about that game that you mentioned earlier.
Yes, I am. I'm going to be talking about that game that I mentioned earlier.
Can't remember what it was called. What is
Strange
it?
Brigade.
Strange Brigade. You're going to be talking about Strange Brigade later.
Well, not that much later, because we do leave at 10 o'clock.
No, we'll be here till midnight. Look, what we play at the moment. Okay, I really want to talk about this game, okay? I'm really excited about it. I found it on the iOS store. It was free.
I thought you were going to talk about Dying Light.
No. We'll save Dying Light for a second. Okay, it's called Hole.io.
Hole?
Yeah, Hole.io.
Okay,
and
it's another one of those games, yeah.
It's addictive. I'm addicted. It's one of those. I saw it on one of those Facebook posts where it was just like, you'll play this game forever. And I was just like, actually will, and I clicked on it, and essentially you start off with being like a little beaky hole, and you're in like a town, like an island, and there's like small kind of things that you swallow up, like bollards and people and things, and like as you swallow up more, your hole grows, and then you like end up like swallowing buildings, and they're all 3D modelled, and it's all 3D physics, and it all falls in, and you have to be the biggest hole at the end of it.
Is that not just Katamari?
No, it's Hole.io, mate.
Yeah, but Katamari is like when you're like a ball of trash, and you roll along. It's a game. You roll along, and like you pick up trash, and you get into a bigger ball. And you're like,
it's not that.
It's exactly that.
Because things fall into it in like cars, and they're like, and like they just fall into a big.
It's the same concept.
Well,
They've just taken that and just
all these IO games are the same, mate. But I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about this one. Hole.io.
Katamari Damacy.
Go download it. I'll beat you. I won earlier, and it was the best winning of my life.
You won it?
Yeah.
Oh, is there like multiple people like
their
own hole that can swallow you up as a whole?
Yeah. Okay. Also, that's iOS games. Okay, iOS games.
Yeah.
The official PGF app is coming as soon as Carl can get off his butt and make it.
Carl to make it.
Nah, we'll just go make it, Carl. Just go do it, and I'm sure it'll be great.
I think Carl could make the game where we're trapped in the radio station.
Oh yes.
And like, what if we had to survive by?
You want to talk in your microphone instead of just talking at me?
Making things in the radio station.
Yeah.
And like we had to like scavenge. I don't know. There's an idea up there somewhere.
Yeah,
we had an idea for a game last
think about
week,
it.
But you know,
well, that was that. The other game that we've been we were inspired by E3, especially when Dying Light 2 was announced, and the conversation went very much like this. Jack, do you see Dying Light 2?
Yeah. Like,
the first one was amazing, mate, wasn't it?
I never played it.
You never played it? That's
completely passed me by.
That's crazy. It was so good, dude. Like, you have to play it.
Alright.
Like, you absolutely have to. Like, no, don't fight me on this.
No, I haven't.
No.
Anyway, playing it now.
No, look at Steam. Look at Steam. It's here.
Okay, I've bought it.
Oh, it's $8.99 for the whole pack.
Yeah,
like for all the DLC.
I've got it.
We've both got it now.
Yeah, we're playing it.
You were playing it.
Yeah, no,
I'm enjoying it.
We're there. We've streamed it. We've recorded 4 hours of it.
And seen. And that was the exact conversation. That was actually read from a transcript because in our office we actually have
we transcribe
audio.
everything just in case.
Yeah, we have it's very expensive actually. We employ 3 people just to record everything. But leads to good content, you know what I'm saying?
You never know.
But look, we've been playing Dying Light, and we're going to continue playing that. We're going to complete it on our YouTube channel, and then we're going to do like all the side bits and the extra bits live streaming on Twitch. So by those 2, you should be able to get both of them and have a full playthrough, all the DLC, absolutely everything. First episode's coming out on Friday, and we're going to do that up until Dying Light 2 comes out.
Well, up until we finish the game.
Or up until we finish it. But hopefully that should be about when Dying Light 2 comes out.
Hopefully.
Because the SEO, mate. The SEO. Yeah, search engine optimization.
I hope that once we get to the end of Dying Light, I will be excited for Dying Light 2 and you won't have ruined it for me.
Yeah, no, I might ruin it for you.
Yeah. We're in danger of it. But there is an episode where we go and find a secret special weapon. So look at that. Coming in the next few weeks. Now, as we mentioned, I wanted to talk about a little game that's coming out end of August, I believe. So we played it at EGX Redst at the start of this year, and it's called Strange Brigade.
Yeah.
And it is being developed by Rebellion, who you may remember as developing the Zombie Army trilogy games. So it's a co-op 4-player shooter where you battle traps, you solve puzzles, and you fight supernatural entities as a group of 4 players. Now it's set in the...
We played it at EGX, didn't we?
We did, I said that. I did say that. So it's set in the 1930s, so between the First and the Second World War, and you play as 4 sort of daring-do explorers with extremely strong British accents who are
the best
members of this new secret society called the Strange Brigade. I think it was great.
Yeah, you really enjoyed playing it. Yeah, it was the video of you playing and us chatting to one of the developers is actually on our channel.
Yes.
And yeah, no, it did look really, really good, and we should definitely play that.
I think
we should.
So it's coming out at the end of August. Now you should really go and check out some of the videos because it looks so cool. And it does have a really sort of strong, powerful story through it as well. And what I'm really glad of, and this is why it's sort of taken my eye, is because it's moving away from games that don't have a plot and don't have any purpose. Like Strange Brigade is a game that has a means to an end. Like it wants to tell you a story, which I think is really important. Like at the moment where everything's just
Battle
games,
Royale.
like so you can fight each other.
It's because gaming's being taken over by filthy casuals.
Yeah.
Filthy casual. Like Star Wars Battlefront 2 was just ruined because it was just like, or Battlefront 1 especially, it was just like everything's nerfed. Like just get in, doesn't matter what you shoot. It's just Star Wars blasters.
Yeah.
Fixed it a bit with Star Wars Battlefront 2 when we played that.
Yeah.
But like, I think you're right. That story games are going to make a comeback, like Strange Brigade.
There's a resurgence, I think. A resurgence.
And you said it the other day when we played the beta for Quake Champion.
Yes.
That I think the thing to beat Battle Royale is going to be these quick fire Twitch arena shooters.
Yeah.
Like I think that's going to be really good. Not like that thing that everyone plays.
Fortnite.
No. That arena shooter that everyone plays. That's just like.
Oh, Team Fortress.
No.
CS:GO.
No, the one that everyone cosplays all the time.
Oh, Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Like
played it a few times. I think it's too culty at the moment. I think you need.
It's very popular, and it was very popular for quite a long time.
But Quake, like, it just reminded me of like.
Yeah, it's definitely
the goodness.
It's almost a retro game.
Yeah.
And Quake definitely is. Like, if you think back to the original, like Quake 3 Arena, it's a retro game now. It came out in the 90s. It's ancient. And Unreal Tournament 2004. Like they're old games, but when you play these new versions, when you play the new Unreal Tournament, we played that in the live stream. We played Quake Champions. It's just fun.
It's such a
there's
shame.
There's no like detail to it at all. It is just literally like get in and shoot things. Like you pick up guns off the floor, but you don't have to like switch between them. You have to decide which one's best. You just like have whatever gun there is and just blap it.
But you say there's no detail to it. There's a lot of complexity because like when we were playing Quake, which was so annoyed that it didn't record, but we played it for like 2.5 hours straight. Played loads and loads of games, and there's different like characters that have different abilities. Like it was similar to Time Splitters, like on the kind of GameCube. Time Splitters 3, where like if you were the short monkey, you would faster, more difficult to shoot.
They have sort of very slightly different stats. Like each of the characters in Quake Champions has a different sort of health bar maximum and a different shield bar maximum.
Yeah.
And they move in different ways as well, which obviously is a good way of sort of differentiating between the characters, and it adds a layer of sort of complexity
and like skill
into the game. And then you get good as playing with one of the characters rather than Overwatch, which is a sort of team-based shooter where each of the characters has its own role to play within the game. Each of the characters in Quake Championships, although different, does exactly the same thing. It runs in, blaps things to oblivion,
and it's to your game style rather than what you have to play because your team's missing a tank or it's missing a healer or it's missing whatever. No, I did enjoy my time playing Overwatch, but I don't think it's the future of everything. But I just want to say it is such a shame that Epic Games are not focusing on completing Unreal Tournament.
Well, yeah, but
like they
Epic
should.
Games are on a bit of a winner at the moment with Fortnite, and
I know, but like
as much as I'd
you
like
have the Epic Games installer, and you just see loads of good things there, and it's just like, no, we're doing Fortnite.
Yeah,
it's like
as much as I would love for them to do Unreal Tournament and finish it. I can see why they haven't. I can
Yeah.
see why it's on the back burner and it's not being pushed. Like, I mean, it was like Unreal Tournament was like, oh, Unreal Tournament's back, and then Fortnite just went massive overnight, and that was it. Right?
Yeah.
Unreal Tournament went dead. Nobody talked about it. Nobody plays it. So everybody's playing Fortnite. But it will change because people get sick of Fortnite. People get sick of everything. Like, remember when people used to talk about Call of Duty all the time?
Yep.
Now Black Ops 4 is coming out. And nobody cares.
No, nobody cares. And I was talking to my brother about this today because, like, as a YouTube channel and as things, we're constantly trying to like figure out the next big thing and like try and get ahead. But we don't want to get too far ahead because no one will watch. But we also like want to sit on something that will grow possibly. So it's all about finding your niche. And I said to him, I was talking to my brother about this, that like we could be so forward thinking that if we just continually play Fortnite now, when people say, "Oh, you're only jumping on the hype train," it's like, no, we're so far forward that we're playing this nostalgically.
Oh.
Like we're just like, no. We're on that nostalgia train of Fortnite players. Like,
How
in
long
the
do you
future.
think before nostalgia for Fortnite kicks in?
It
like-
won't because it's not. Like the thing is, this is the thing. It will never become a retro game because it will just lose server support and like no one will play it. Like
It'll
exactly
die.
like
It will
WoW,
die. Yeah.
World of Warcraft. Like if they had a legit vanilla World of Warcraft server now, I'd play it.
Are they not working on that? I have a feeling.
Show
that
me
is-
the
that's something
paperwork.
that's happening.
Show me
I
the.
feel like that's something
We have a
yeah,
guy
wow.
from the Netherlands watching. How you doing, Van? Nice
I
to
go
see you.
Nischhoff.
If you click
Welcome.
that Steam card giveaway link in the Twitch stream, you will be able to win potentially a Steam card worth approximately £30, depending on what the exchange rate is where you come from.
Now, somebody's brought something very interesting up in the comments on the Twitch stream as well. Gaming addiction.
Yeah.
Now, you've heard about this, right?
It was being spoken about by the BBC.
It's been finally deemed as an actual disorder.
Yeah.
You can say, I'm addicted to games. There's something wrong with me. You can go into rehab for that.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
I think we had this discussion last time on the show about that it's not actually about the games or anything. It's about the parenting behind the kids that are addicted. Specifically
it's not
for
just
kids.
kids. Is it? It's not just
Yeah.
kids. It is people of all ages and all ilks. Like, and I think that's wherein it lies. That it's not really anything.
Mike Wally's, thanks for following on Twitch. That's brilliant. Thank you very much. But no, I think the addiction comes. I
Because
think
people can be addicted to anything. And I was talking about this at work today. People can be addicted to anything. We were talking about Canada legalised marijuana this week.
did they?
The entire country is fully legal as a recreational use. You can sell it to adults, obviously not children, that would be stupid. And you can grow it for your own personal use. So cannabis is illegal now in Canada. And we were talking about the difference between marijuana and alcohol and cigarettes.
Yeah.
And like why they're not on the same level. Because you think the amount of damage that alcohol does to your brain, to your organs, and potentially to your judgment, which can lead to terrible things happening, drink driving, death by drink driving, so on and so forth, right? None of that happens with people that are smoking marijuana, right? Because they get so high. Like if you were the level of high that you would be if you were the level of drunk to drink drive and kill someone, you wouldn't go out and drive a car.
Yeah.
You would just fall asleep. And I think, why is it that alcohol isn't classed as the same as marijuana? Like, whether it be illegal or not, they should be the same.
Yeah,
in my mind.
I think
That's got nothing to do with gaming. What I was going to say is that things are addictive because of the way the human brain reacts to them.
yeah.
And I don't think it's right to say that gaming is a specific addiction because of games. I think that's
it's just-
demonising
yeah.
games.
Yeah, it is,
I
and
think
that's
part
what they
of
want.
The
That's
sort
what
of
they want.
wider status quo and like the mindset of people that don't understand what it is.
Yeah, and they're
They
just
see it as an
saying
evil
it to
thing.
wind up people like Katie Hopkins, just so she can go on like TV and go, people are addicted to games. But watching on the stream, Katie120 says that she actually works with children, and their parents pick them up from school when they've been misbehaving, and then will give them a look and say, when they're leaving the child, will say, "Can I play Fortnite?" To like the parent will say yes, and it's about that kind of encouragement with kids specifically. But
Yes.
we did touch on this last week.
We spoke about it
in the
in
podcast,
a live
but
stream, yeah.
about kind of you mentioned about cannabis being legalized in Canada, and
Which is the second country in the entire world that's fully legalised cannabis.
I
behind
don't think it's
Uruguay.
about if you were to, that's interesting,
Yeah,
Uruguay.
weird.
I would never have guessed Uruguay. If you were to be in like on an island, okay, this is how I look at it, and there there was 100 people on that island, and one of those people said, I want to smoke cannabis.
Yeah.
What right have the other 99 people got to say, no, you're not allowed to do that? Like, what number of people does it get to? Like, if there was 10, for sure 9 people would not be able to tell that one person what to do.
Yes.
If there was 2, nah. Like,
No.
100, no. 1,000, one person wants to smoke marijuana, and the rest of them, like, are there other 999 allowed to say it?
I think at that point, they could just say, do what you want, mate. Like, we'll get on with our lives, you get on with yours.
Yeah, okay, so why, when we have billions of people on the planet, can you tell one person not to do something?
Because...
I'm not advocating either way.
No,
I'm just saying
I'm
the
thinking
theory.
I'm thinking it through. I think it's because once the percentage where it becomes plausible to tell people not to do something, that percentage of people that would do it and cause a problem becomes high enough that the number of people would be a problem.
Yeah.
So you think you've got 1,000 people, right? 0.001 of the people in that 1,000 might be a problem if they do drugs of some kind.
Yeah.
Right? So it's unlikely that one person that does want to do drugs, which is going to be a 0.1%, yeah? So 0.1%, so that one person, if only 1,000th of that person is going to be a problem, it's very unlikely that person's going to cause a problem. If you have 10 million people, right?
You can't have 1 million people.
And 0.1% causing a problem, that's 10,000 people.
I think it's also the...
1,000 of those is 1,000 people, so it becomes a problem then just by... scale.
Yeah, it's the expectations of society as well, obviously, and it comes back to history, because, like, for sure, if marijuana was always legal, like, you would probably have the same culture you have around alcohol. You know, like, you would go to the pub and go, oh, I'll just have a shandy because I'm driving, or whatever.
Yeah,
you know, and there would be stringent rules about it. Like, no, you have to be breathalyzed. You have to do this. You have to do that.
It would be.
Or I'll just go and have half a cigarette of weed or whatever at the pub because I'm driving. Like, you know, it would be like that. And then
it would.
What you do, you drink beer? Like, oh yeah, well, I know it's illegal, but it's nice, you know.
Exactly.
You know, it takes the edge off, and it's just like, wait, you're a beer drinker?
Don't you think if it was the other way round, if like everybody went to the pub and had a smoke, and then the people who drank alcohol stayed at home and drank alcohol and did it hidden away, and those people that drank alcohol were likely to cause physical violence to other people, to cause danger in the streets, to drink drive, have no judgment, have no control over themselves whatsoever.
Yeah.
That would be beyond Class C. That would be a Class B drug because it's destructive to the person and people around them as well. Yeah. That's the problem that I have with alcohol. Is it's more dangerous than many other drugs that are available.
And the thing is,
advocating drug taking.
No. Absolutely not. But you've got to acknowledge the facts of the matter. And the fact of the matter is that marijuana or hemp would not be as frowned upon by society had it not been for the paper mills owned by William Randolph Hearst back when he was doing the smear campaign in America against the production of hemp because it was a more cost-effective form of paper, and that is it. That
is exactly. And this, whatever argument you have, it's always going to go back to who's got the most money and who wants to make the most money and who can shut out those who could make more money than them easily. But have already got there first. Alcohol is never going to let alcohol be illegalized.
No, it's not
because they'll lose their entire business.
Kate120 says a very good point that gaming is demonized all the time, and it is the small percentage of people that actually ruin it for the large percentage. I mean, she says, look at us now, we're gathered having a good time. Glad you're having a good time. That's the first compliment we've ever had.
Yeah, good. Good.
With a topic of discussion for this evening around games, brings people together, creates friendships, and creates life. There are so much opportunities, and this is the thing. Us as a government, we have a government represented body for the automotive industry. We have a government represented body for the alcohol, television,
radio.
There is no
schools, everything. Right?
There is no gaming government representative body to represent the interests of the gaming industry in the UK as a business sector, which is a footloose business sector.
The gaming industry is bloody massive in the UK,
but it's footloose, mate. It is borderless.
Yeah.
So, in the kind of the Brexit type of situation, it is one of those things that is actually going to be fine. So why are we not addressing it? And it's because we have hang-ups that all gamers are viewed as like shut-ins who sit in their mum's attic and play on Game Boys.
Exactly.
Like it's enough. Games are art now. Like they just are.
They are not only their art,
except for State of Decay 2, which was trash.
they're also entertainment.
Yeah.
And they're the biggest entertainment sector in the world.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 5, right? It's
Rockstar.
made more money than Star Wars,
Yeah.
right?
Grand Theft Auto
And Star
5.
Wars has been around for 40 years.
Grand Theft Auto
And
5.
Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, what, 4 years ago, 5 years
Grand
ago?
Theft Auto 5 has made more money than like Belgium.
Yeah,
Like
right?
it's
And
just crazy.
the UK government are completely ignoring it, and every single news article that comes about gaming is negative, and they're just...
Yeah,
I'm
it's
mad.
bad. It's bad.
But
Like,
we're sitting here, we're having fun, and we're talking about it,
yeah.
and, you know...
But this is the new
we
thing,
have to
and
stand
like
up for ourselves, I think.
I might try and get in touch because I know there is a movement to have a gaming institute as a representative body for the UK,
I
like
think
the
there has to be.
automotive.
And
There is a movement for it, and I might get in touch with them and see if we can help promote that in whatever way that we can.
there has to be something...
Because we might get promoted ourselves out of it. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Oh yeah. Self-promotion.
I think I think as gamers and people that understand games, rather than just being a form of sort of
Yeah.
time spending, like people that like 7-year-olds that are playing Fortnite aren't going to understand it.
No.
Like
They need the children need
it needs to be-
parenting before they
Yeah.
can turn into adults who have serious problems in later life. If you spend all of your youth swearing at people down a microphone and playing Fortnite 24 hours a day, then you might be unstable as an adult because you haven't developed specific social skills which we have deemed as a society to be acceptable.
exactly, or it can go the other way, and you've experienced a life which is completely different to
Yep.
anybody else. Like, we have no precedent whatsoever for children growing up in this environment. 10
Yeah.
years ago, kids weren't doing this. Like,
No.
we were playing Xbox. We were, what, 15, 16?
We had people in our houses on like a local LAN type
When
of
we
thing,
were-
possibly.
When we were the age that kids are playing online now,
Yeah.
we were sitting at home in our mates' houses playing N64,
Yeah.
right? And that's as far as it got. Like, it was a closed microcosm,
Yeah.
like, of people that we know we can experience. There's no precedent for what it's like growing up in an environment, and it's not just games; it's the internet as well. We're growing up in an environment now where everybody can communicate with anybody. There's no boundaries or anything whatsoever, and I think it needs to be addressed in a way that is positive rather than negative.
Yeah, I mean, Katie's right. She feels sorry for kids today, and I do as well. Like, that's the thing. It's
because
weird.
they won't get to play F-Zero X on the N64. And
Yeah, well, look, the N64 was actually trash, but never mind.
it's a bad console.
It was not great. Like, have you
No.
seen the controller? Like,
I've seen
are you
it.
kidding me?
Have
But
you seen
you see
somebody
gaming-
makes controllers that are proper for the N64? They're
Yeah.
like actually controller shaped.
It's the whole
Good.
gaming sector, and what it is, it's the fact that the big news outlets are so out of touch with what is actually happening that they're getting to that middle market of just kind of, oh, these video games you don't understand. It's just like,
Yeah.
if they actually reported on the good things that happen in the video games industry, like what Xbox are doing with their universally used controllers,
Yes.
which help
Yeah.
people with severe disabilities play games, socialise, feel like part of a community. This would not be happening, and it would be viewed as a positive. Like the use of virtual reality with people getting over a kind of injuries and things to get rehabilitated. Like, why are we not putting this? The Master Chew has entered the Discord chat. Look, we're getting off topic here, mate. This is
we're putting the worlds to right. Is what we're doing.
I'm putting the words to right.
I want
We
to say
did
one
a-
last thing on the subject
Gone.
because we've got about five minutes left.
Yeah.
And I've already forgotten what it was.
Well, we did have 2 blocks of just.
Talk.
I have here written down talk.
Look, honestly, I think that the way that the world is moving, like everything and anything is going to be connected. We live in an internet of things now. Like our microwaves can speak to our kitchen sinks, for all I know.
Yeah. No, you know
and
what you can do. You
If
can get a smart
gaming
cooker.
and everything like this isn't demonized,
Yeah.
it's going to push kids to be in a more positive view
Yep.
of it, rather than, oh, I need to play Fortnite at 3 o'clock in the morning when my mum's not watching, which enforces
But
a
I would say
bad habit.
that maybe a 7-year-old should not be up at 3 a.m. playing Fortnite.
I think a 7-year-old shouldn't be playing Fortnite at all. It's a 12 rated game.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think that it needs to be educated in the minds of parents,
Yeah.
which could be done by a governing body who is able to control and enforce these things, rather than just say, oh, well, it's rated 12.
The trouble is, though, you cannot.
That's it.
We've been through this before. The trouble is, with parents nowadays, they feel so entitled to have an exact say, and anything that you say over their view on their child, they will defend because it's my child.
Yes.
Like, you have no right to say that. It's like, well, no, when society has to pick up the bill because you've done your job wrong, then you know what is society's problem.
Yeah. Well, I honestly think I think if parents were educated more and people, just anybody, was educated more about what gaming is and what it means to people now and where the world is in terms of the industry, because the gaming industry is massive. I think that it could be viewed in such a better positive light where people can encourage it, but also control it. Well, that's the problem, is that parents aren't in control of their kids, because kids are like, I want to play games, I don't want to do anything else. And that's where the problem lies.
And it's hyperactivity as well that is it. But let's get off the kid topic.
Let's get off the kid topic and leave. Because
the Master Chow said, remember the good old days, and welcome the Master Chow. Hopefully you stick around, enter our competition on Twitch. This is on Twitch, so if you're listening on the radio, you have to go to twitch.tv/Pizza Games Funtimes. We'll be back next week at 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock. And if you have missed this live stream, you'll be able to watch last week's live stream a week after. I'm going to upload them every Wednesday in full, so you'll be able to get the whole thing. The Master Chow said he thinks that the internet in general should be 18 plus. I found it hard to like
18 plus maybe. I'd say in the teens.
I think
Facebook
should be
stuff is for 13-year-olds plus. Like, that's what it says.
But that's down to the parent to decide that. The Master Chow. This is a weekly show. But we also stream on Tuesdays as well. If you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Discord, all that, Pizza Games Funtimes, and we've got a song, mate. We've got 3 minutes.
We've got 3 minutes for a 4-minute long song.
Okay,
but thanks everyone for coming. We will be back next week with more of the same. I'm going to remember which button to press. In the meantime, everyone stay pizza, and we'll see you around.
Remember, Pizza Games Funtimes, pizza like you eat, games like you play, and fun times like you have. And this is Travis going out to my boy Neil Primrose on the drums. Son! Boom. So thanks everyone on Twitch for joining us. If you've just tuned in, we have a radio show which actually goes out on a radio station called Peterborough Community Radio Extra, but we also Twitch stream it as well to our Twitch channel, so we can get a bit of feedback from you guys. You can watch live, you can watch it on YouTube a week later. We release 3 videos every single week on YouTube.
We do.
Sketches, comedy things, gameplays, let's plays, whatever we feel like. We're going to Jap Fest next Saturday. That'll be up, Jap Fest.
It's going to be awesome. I went to the last one and that was awesome, but now Aaron's going to be there, so it'll probably
drone flying,
droney,
cool stuff.
Yeah, but we do all kinds of stuff, so thanks for joining us.
Thanks for the rant, Katie, the Master Chow,
and
everyone.
Yeah, we got off topic, mate. We got off topic.
I think that's what it should be. We should
I could literally talk for another 10 hours about this. Because
I think we should have a rough structure, and that's what a podcast is.
This is the issue that affects every single human being on the planet right now. Beyond anything else.
Technology. But thanks everyone for watching. We're going to end it there. Be sure to join us next week. Get involved on our Discord. I'm looking at the TV when I should be looking at the camera there. Get involved on our Discord, Facebook, Twitter, everything like that. We're 24/7, 365 days of pizza, good times. We want to hear from you. So Discord, everything. Boom.
Go on.
Stay pizza!